Welcome back, everybody, to the Dorkvision stream. You can catch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight, every Sunday from on Eastern Standard Time. And you can catch our sister stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is with a different group of people going through the Undermountain, though it's a bit different than the actual Undermountain, especially lately. But for now, we are here. The party has been traveling to the mythical genie city of Famladan, and they're being led by their guide, Thrazir, from the Merchants Consortium. On their way, they encountered a strange farm where, not a strange farm, but a farm nonetheless, where some soldiers were quartered on their way back from a slaughter. And after going through the Razor Scar caverns, they seem to have found the slaughtered men. And among them were hiding some ghouls, some much stronger than your average ghouls. After ambushing them, you guys destroyed most of them, thanks to your turn undead. But then the rest started to pursue after a bit of dallying. Duskflicker had scouted ahead and has returned with news. But in the meantime, some ghouls are on yon tail.
Oh yeah, we're at a distance and shooting little fire rockets at them.
Yes. So after firing a few pot shots at them, Razir just had the last turn, I believe, and he created a sea of gold out of the desert sands, miring these ghouls within it. And that is where we leave off. Did the combat persist? Did not. So I'm going to roll for new combat, if that's okay with everybody.
Sure.
I think it was kind of a scenario where we got, like, you gave us, like, two actions or something before they do anything.
Right. So there might not have been any initiative, you're right. Let's do combat tracker. Oh, no. Why is it always at the start of 20 when this does this? I fixed the other API, but I don't know what's wrong with combat tracker sometimes. Oh, okay, I did it. I think it thinks that combat is started. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so one of the iron ghouls starts trudging through the gold, making a beeline for you guys. It travels. Each space requires 4 spaces of movement. So he's going to travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is as far as he can get. He's done. Now, it is your turn.
Pew pew, motherfuckers! Does it hit?
Yes, it does. Wondering why Roll20 isn't putting the orange token over, but weird. Okay, you fire off Cinder Smite, soaring into this ghoul. I need to remind myself what they can do. Okay, they're not immune to fire or nothing, so that is going to deal 23 damage. He's not restrained per se, so you don't have advantage or anything against him. Anything else for your turn?
No, not really. Are we still planning? We're running, right? We're still running.
I think so. Actually, I think the last thing that you said was to turn and face these guys, but I don't really remember.
I think that was the last thing we said, was there's few enough of them, we're getting good to jump on them, so...
Yeah, it looks like there's only 2 left. There were 4, you destroyed 1, another one hasn't returned yet, and then these 2 guys are here. Okay, so if you're not moving, then it will be Zumasu's turn.
I'm gonna get on Duskflicker, I guess, and, I don't know, I'm gonna just have him fly just a little bit. I'll ready an action for if he sees them coming close, I'll swing by and attack, swing by.
Okay. I can just have him go when you go, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that works better.
Okay. So I'll say that you hop on Duskflicker, who is right next to you, and then you can have Duskflicker move.
So for now, he's just gonna hover.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
I'm
hovers
not
5
gonna
feet
go
off
in
the
the
ground.
I don't got ranged attacks that are useful, and I don't want to lose my spears. I'd rather just float out of the range and swoop in when I need to.
Right. Boom Crash, it is your turn. I really don't know why it's not doing the thing where it zooms around and tells me whose turn it is.
I don't know either, but Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew.
Pew pew pew. And I'm going to spread the love, so 2 to the one who looks more hurt, and 1 to the one who doesn't look as hurt.
Okay, the one that Mao just attacked looks slightly more hurt. So that's going to be the first 2 towards them. That's going to be 1 hit, and their AC is adequate. So that's 1 hit for them and 1 hit for the other. It's 9 force.
And they're shoved away 10 feet.
Okay, this Iron Ghoul is knocked out of the Sea of Gold here, and the other one is knocked a bit further away in it. And that thing is just staying there, huh?
Yeah, I just refreshed to see if it would do anything. It didn't do anything.
I just refreshed the API, so I'm hoping that if I hit next turn, it'll work. But Boom Crash, is there anything else you have for your turn?
I'm gonna go a little bit further away.
That's a good sign.
That's it.
Okay. It's Wazir's turn, and it is working again. Ho ho!
Ooh.
Let me just pop out from behind my little friend here. And, do I have any good cantrips? I don't recall having any good cantrips. No, I don't have any good cantrips. They're both 60-foot range. So let's...
I mean, you could step a few feet and then step back.
Well, 60 feet is just barely enough to get one of them. So he can actually move forward a bit. He's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of near this dead body over here. And then he's going to cast Bonfire on the ghoul that's in the gold. The ghoul in the gold is going to try and dodge. And fails miserably. Bonfire. Is that... Do I need to select him? Nope, it doesn't want to. Okay, that's a D8, so he's going to take 4d8 fire damage. 16 fire. Thrazir creates this like little bonfire just below the ghoul, and it continues to burn as it's standing within it. That kind of affects it on its turn, I guess, technically. Goose. Goose can go on your turn from now on if you want Boom Crash, but for now, what do you want Boom Crash or Goose to do?
I'd keep him close.
Keep him safe?
Yes.
Very well, Frodo. Amon, it's your turn.
Alright. Okay, I guess I'm going to step forward a bit. How many squares is that? Yeah, I'm sure it's 160, whatever.
Oh yeah, from Thrazir beyond to them is like 50 feet. So that should be a gauge.
Okay, so I think I'm just going to come closer because total dead is 60 feet. That should be close enough.
Should be.
Yep, total dead onto the top one that's damaged.
Okay. Well, they're both damaged.
Top one.
Let's see. Okay, no resistances or anything to it, so they will just make a Wizzy save, and they fail. So it's going to be 13 damage to the top one. He is now burning. He is withering. He is knee-deep in gold. He is honestly not having the best of days. Parts of him are missing from the Eldritch Blast as well. Anything else for you, Amon? You do have a bonus action.
Yeah, I guess I'll do healings later. I'm fine.
Okay. It is this guy's turn. He was knocked out of the little pit there, So he's going to go around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he can't really get to you guys immediately without dashing. So he's actually going to... He's going to dash behind this rock and try and... Oh, he can't hide as a bonus action, but he'll duck behind the rock regardless. You guys see where he went. It's this guy's turn at the top of the round. This ghoul kind of crawls out of the sea of gold there for 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna dash. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's running towards Thrasier, but he's not quite making it there yet. Now it is your turn.
Pew pew.
At which one?
At the closest one.
They're... Okay, sure. I guess that's 5 feet closer. That one is behind cover, so you will have to accommodate for that AC.
Bring it on. Well, I'm having a hard time clicking. Why?
His roll 20 is, I believe the term is a bitch.
That's fair. Just gotta go into my character sheet and go grab Cinder Smite. Does that hit even with cover?
Yes, that hits, even with the cover. Okay, that's going to be 21 damage. Yeah, it
Hold my turn.
peeks out from behind the boulder as it gets slammed in the side with fire. It cringes from the effort. Zumasu, you're astride your winged steed. What will you do?
So that ghoul finally made its way out.
They're both out. One's behind a rock, and another is rushing Thrasier and Amon.
Oh, I don't see. Okay. I just need to do some distance calculations. I'm trying to read up on mount rulings because now they're in the same turn. So, from what I gather, I can move with my mount, and I can either have the mount make an action to do something, or I can just have it disengage or something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over with the mount, attack it myself, and then the mount's going to just disengage and fly 30 feet up with the rest of its movement.
Okay. Yeah, it can disengage, I believe, and since you are forced to move, you should go with it.
Yeah, basically the mount gets one action, which the strategy is to either, poke it or have it dodge while you're using that action. As long as it still has enough movement to do things. So I just can use my attacks and it doesn't attack. So Longsword, does that hit?
Dusk Flicker's hooves clamber into the air with the wings flapping, and it goes over Thrasier's head. He holds his turban in place. You slam down on the Iron Ghoul, and that is going to hit with your longsword. Or how much damage?
The D8, and this is that, so that's 7. Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Are you going to smite?
I'm not going to smite, I'm just going to attack it again.
Okay.
Ooh, does that hit?
That does not hit. You don't have the mounted combat feat, right?
No, so I don't get any other bonuses. But I am just going to
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to disengage. I'm going to be flying 30 feet above it, so it can't reach me easily.
After swatting it with your sword, it deflects the other blow with its glaive, and then it tries to swipe, but Dusk Flicker kind of kicks its weapon out of the way as it zooms off into the air. Just gonna put you off to the side or something, as if it's like a follow through.
Yeah. Because this is how you keep the mount alive.
I mean, when your mount's flying, yeah. Boom Crash. It is your turn.
Okie dokie, Artichoke. Okay.
And Goose as well can go.
Yeah. Hold on. How far away?
It's quite the battlefield.
Yeah, it's impressive. Just want to check a spell. Because I want to make sure that the range is okay before I do it. Come on, range. 15 feet. Okay, and that's... That... not quite. Okay, fuck it. No, just gonna stick with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So
Weighing
I'm
your
gonna
options.
focus
You nod to yourself and say Eldritch Blast.
It's like, you have been weighed, you have been measured.
You have been found
You've been
not
found
3 force
blasted.
damage attacks. That is 2 hits even through the cover. It is knocked 10 feet away from the cover, and it's going to take a total of 21 damage. One of them does end up hitting the cover, but the Iron Ghoul tumbles away onto the dusty sand behind it. Cracked earth. Anything else for you, Boon Crash?
I'm gonna stay here. Fuck it.
Okay, it is Thrazir's turn. His bonfire goes out. He doesn't really have any... He's trying to, like, conserve his spells a bit. It's more of a support role here.
That's fine.
Just seeing what his aggressive options are, though.
Bonfire is a cantrip?
Bonfire is a cantrip. Yeah, he's just gonna keep going with the bonfire. Well, actually, if the Iron Ghoul's going for Thrazir, he's actually gonna cast Blade Ward on himself, and then he's going to back up and say, "Amon, you got this, right?" And he's gonna give him a ranged help action for his bonus action. Amon, you got this, right?
Sure, I guess. Alright, it's punch time.
Have an advantage on your first attack at least. Huzzah, that will hit.
Plus 6. Okay, that's 9 damage for the first attack.
9 damage with your first fist as the ghoul trails after Thrazir.
This is the bonus action fist, and I'm gonna see if I have any chi left.
That one slams into its armor, unfortunately.
Okay, let me just check my character sheet. I didn't think I was gonna be making melee attacks, so
Smack him.
let's see how many chis I have. Okay, I have one more key, so I think I'm gonna spend it for fist flurry of blows. Nope.
You rush up with a torrent of attacks, but only the first one seems to hit. Once it gets its eye on you, it starts focusing and deflecting most of your blows. Anything else for you, Amon?
That's literally all I can do.
That's all you can say. Oh, Roll20 just slowed down a lot. Roll20 may have just... Okay. I think it's good.
Still running at my end.
It is... It is frozen almost on my end. What is up with this? In fact, most things seem to be freezing. All my tabs are, like, freaking out.
Might be a tech issue. That's not good.
This has not been a problem before. No,
Photoshop. Okay.
don't have anything open. Is the stream still running? It's a good question, if anybody can answer that.
It looks like it still functions.
Also, is anybody else talking? Because I can only hear you, Allie.
No.
I haven't been paying it. I haven't like been saying anything. I've been paying attention to you.
Yeah, stream's good though.
Okay, there's something going on. I wonder if something is trying to update in the background, because that seems to be a common thing that slows down my computer to a fucking crawl.
Yeah, your audio is coming in and out a little bit, but overall, you're audible. You're
Okay.
just dropping words every now and then.
OBS.
Oh, as a DM, probably the worst thing.
Yeah,
Right.
OBS is now flickering.
OBS might have been trying to update.
Well, it shouldn't. And now my computer is trying to open something that I guess I didn't need to open. Oh my god.
Don't worry. Breathe. Take a second. Probably just open it and then we can close it.
Well, I need to wait for whatever it is to open, and it is taking its sweet ass time.
Guess, is there anything that we can do in the meantime? I know it's Iron Ghoul's turn.
There's really nothing much you guys can do. I'm probably gonna have to put the hold screen up if it's even gonna go up.
I bet you it's just OBS. If you can try
In that case, I would not need to hold it. I would need to...
and shut that down and reboot it.
I also can't hear anybody else.
We haven't been
Haven't
talking.
been talking.
Okay.
We just have
It's hard to confirm it, because...
We're just waiting on you.
Yeah.
Don't wanna distract.
It's agreed. Do would it be helpful if we did talk so you could monitor that?
I mean, you can talk amongst yourselves and entertain everybody, I guess. But for now,
Okay.
It's the hardest thing to do.
Sure. It has just opened the task manager that I tried to open 5 minutes ago. And now it is frozen on a black screen.
Dude,
can't
entertain on the
Shit.
spot.
I can't juggle.
I can juggle.
Oh, fabulous. That's great. I'm sorry.
I can juggle. It took me a whole year to learn. It's like how I learned how to roll my R's.
I found it.
This-
Okay,
yeah.
like the weirdest comparison I've ever heard. It's like juggling. It's like rolling my R's.
All right,
It's like,
this is coming from a white girl who had a gap in her teeth that could fucking fit a shovel.
Your R's just sounded like they had a gap.
So, guys, there's maintenance in progress on my toolbar. So I'm gonna try and open that.
On your wait, what do you mean on your
toolbar?
toolbar?
It's a thing at the bottom of your Windows screen, Allie.
I didn't think that thing usually says it needs maintenance.
Yeah, why does that need maintenance?
No, there's a thing on my toolbar.
Oh,
Like,
And it says-
when you
Oh.
hover over it, it says maintenance in progress.
oh.
That's weird.
Of course, I tried to open McAfee because I thought that's usually the thing that's trying
That's
to
what
update.
I was about to say. So does that mean it's like scanning your computer for something right now?
It's probably updating my NVIDIA graphics card or some other random bullshit.
Fucking dare! How fucking dare!
I mean, excellent timing, I guess.
Right.
Woohoo!
At least it's towards the beginning of the session. At least everybody gets to hear this, I guess.
Yay! No.
Happy Valentine's Day / Lupercalia.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can hear the
Yes.
Roll20 music again. That's coming back.
Woo!
Is there any cool lore about Lupercalia? The only thing I know is of
like
from Sabrina.
the basics of it is that yes, it was a Roman fertility festival that happened on the Ives of February. And Lupercalia from Lupus Wolf, basically celebrating the origins of Rome, because Romulus and Remus were nursed by a she-wolf.
Oh yeah, all right.
So yeah, and apparently the celebration, at least according to my Latin teacher in high school, was a lot of things with naked and going around priests whipping people with fertility sticks. So nice and kinky.
Have a baby
so
smack.
not gonna yuck anybody's yum, but Rome was.
Is that how paddles developed?
Probably yes.
It's who
well,
fucking knows?
whack with other things is not a novel concept.
Well, no. I think the idea is going further than that. It's like the idea of how fear can be genetically given to like your offspring, like it's encoded. So maybe that's how paddles got encoded into some people's brains.
Allie, people don't like being hit. That's not rocket science.
Don't hit me, please.
Again, not yucking anybody's yum. Also, ancient Rome considered phalluses and images of the phallus to be incredibly potent amulets. So there were dicks pretty much everywhere. So and
This is my dick
there were
pendant.
dicks, and they were winged dicks, and they
They
were like
inherited
little statues and pendants, and
Because they inherited
Everything.
techniques.
so yeah.
Literally
Lots
does not
and lots of
surprise me.
dicks. It was a very phallocentric culture. Another fun thing about sex work in ancient Rome is that sex workers used to have special sandals that would have like the floating, flying penis things or like different words embedded, like engraved into the soles of them. So when they would walk, it would leave the imprint, and
Oh
people,
my god.
like customers could follow the footprints literally to the brothel or to a place of sex work.
They were literally walking advertisement.
Walking advertising, yep.
That's beautiful. I never knew that.
Well,
Okay.
the only
Yeah.
roads are shitty, because if you have paved roads, that shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, I was about to say. So what happens when you're in the nice district? You can't see nothing because the roads are paved.
That's
If
interesting.
if you live in a nice district, you don't have a brothel. You have brothels that come to you.
Right.
It's a difference
That's fair.
of
They're
money
called
and clientele.
escorts.
Yeah, and I mean, considering in Rome, women were second-class citizens anyway, so there were Etruscan statues that depicted like a husband and wife pair like eating together, like laying on a couch. And Romans looked at this and they were like, are all Etruscan women like prostitutes or sex workers? Because that was something that was very incredibly taboo. Like women were not permitted,
Oh,
like
there was
wives were not permitted to
Mm.
eat
there
with
was
respected
Roman
men. It
emperor-
was only sex workers that shared
yeah.
meals and did the party thing with men. So, yay!
I also don't want to interrupt, but I think I'm back.
Okay, good.
I think
Yes.
I
Sweet.
babbled.
Oh
you
wait,
guys-
hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you. You were gonna say something, and I think
Yeah,
Jay was just finishing like their sentence.
Okay.
Actually,
I wanted
go
to-
ahead and finish your sentence because the maintenance thing just popped up again.
God damn it! I'm so
Go,
sorry.
Amon. Go, Amon. Go.
Kidding me.
Do I know anything else weird and historic about ancient Rome?
He was gonna say something. Unless that thought is gone.
See?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Is that all you wanted to know?
Well, it seems like you guys are completely ignoring me for a bit, so I wasn't sure.
I couldn't hear you. Were you talking?
We're talking, yes, but you guys didn't seem to respond to it all, so if you guys can hear me now, then it's fine.
Okay. Oh,
I think it was just the portion because I heard like noise in the background, but I think it was just the portion of like the last sentence.
Yeah, that means
It-
you guys,
yeah.
you guys can't hear because
Okay.
I said a lot of things behind, but you guys couldn't hear anything.
oh
Yeah,
no.
it sounded
I'm
like
so
you were
sorry.
trying to say something, and then you just stopped talking for a while. Anywho, I finally stopped it, I think. It was trying to... It was my NVIDIA graphics driver, I think. And it was just doing automatic maintenance that it decided to do now. And that icon that said maintenance just kept disappearing, so sometimes it was there and sometimes it wasn't. So it was very annoying. But I think it's back now. Everything seems to be rolling. I can hear the music. Has the stream stopped? Do people still are
No,
able,
it's still on.
put those crumpets in the chat if you can if the stream's still running. Hell yeah.
Anxiety and everything that I say.
Anywho, this ghoul, whose turn it is, this guy, he was just attacked by Boomcrash and Mao. He's going to leap behind this rock here, and then he's going to disappear.
Great.
Did he just go into the dang earth?
Well, does appear so. He jumps into the sand, and then with a shimmy, he is gone, and beneath the sands now. You do not know where he is. It is this ghoul's turn. This ghoul is doing no such thing, and he is just going to attack Amon, who is now in front of him. Oh no. Okay, stuff's slowing down, but I think it's just normal level 20 things. What is your multi-attack, please? Chat? Okay, yeah, I think roll 20 is just slowing down a bit. It can make one bite attack and one claw attack. Got it.
Ramon's at pretty high health, right? There's no chance of him getting hurt too badly.
One of the attacks is a 20 for 16 piercing damage as it chomps down on your Fistamon that's trying to slam into its armor. As you recoil, you're able to get out of the way of its claw attack that swipes at you, threatening to paralyze you once again. Not once again, but for the first time. Mao, it is your turn.
We can't see it.
You cannot. You can try and perceive it.
I'll just aim at the one I can see.
Okay. You aim towards Amon instead. Or towards the one near That'll hit. 4.
Not good attack, but.
That is a sneak attack, by the way, because Amon is within 5 feet of it.
Oh, right.
7d6s. Ooh, that was not a great roll. Everything
Look,
is
you.
sub 4.
Look, you.
But your sneak attack does land true. It flies over Amon's shoulder and collides with the ghoul's face, charring it and taking off a huge chunk of its ear. It looks like its jaw has been dislocated a bit. A few more blows would probably do the thing in. Any movement on your end?
Nope.
It is Zumasu's turn. You are 30 feet in the air.
I'm gonna go do my same thing. So, lie me down, attack it. Horsey gonna take care of the disengaging.
Okay,
I think that hits.
it does. You rush down for a majestic 4 slashing damage and 1 smite damage. Your second attack does ring true. It tries to lunge for you, but you manage to stab it, piercing through its armor for an extra 10 damage. This time it dies. It collapses on the ground in a heap.
I'm gonna instead have the horsey just stomp on it.
Okay, Dusk Flicker kind of like does a little swoosh up and then down, slamming its hooves into the iron ghoul, bending its armor under its weight. Anything
Where's
else
the
for your
other
turn?
one?
You don't
I
know.
call out.
Uh,
Just general.
I lost track of it.
Okay, that's all I got.
Boom Crash, it is your turn.
Okie dokie, artichoke. I'm going to ready my action to Eldritch Blast the next one that I see.
Okay. It's Thrazir's turn. He spins around and starts looking. He's holding up his scepter, readying a... no, he'll just Blade Ward himself, and then kind of rush towards Amon and Zumasu. I'm going to have some of your protection, I think. Amon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna do just more punching and kicking, I think. Well,
Against what?
not, I guess everything is dead. Well,
I yell out saying, "There's still one more. We just can't see it. It's behind the rock."
I say we ignore it. Let's go back.
We just move ahead.
Yeah, let's just run. Let's just run. We don't have to
Okay.
do anything.
Okay, so you're just dashing?
Let's just do that. It seems good enough.
Okay.
You are a monk. You can run very fast.
Say... Mao. You can use your readied action because a ghoul has just lunged out of the ground. It is going to make a surprise attack against you, but then once it's done that, proceed with an attack.
Ha ha ha! Feet.
It lunges out of the ground and sweeps out with a claw attack. With the advantage, it only gets a 14. Luckily, it only grabs at some of your cloth before you fight back with Cinder Smite ready.
I kind of wish it did hit me so I can at least burst it with some hellish rebuke, but it's okay.
You mean it wouldn't make you paralyzed again?
No, that
True.
would never happen. What is the precedent for Mao getting paralyzed?
Nope.
So you readied your action to attack, so I'm assuming that an attack is what you
Well, I
want to do.
attacked before already on my turn, and then I just ended my turn.
You, I believe, had a turn... Oh, you shot at the other one.
Yeah,
Boom Crash readied their action.
yeah.
Boom Crash, you can shoot at it. I
it's
kept
on my leg, it's on my
talking
leg.
out of my ass
Ah.
here, and nobody corrected me.
I always trust you to know what you're doing because I never know what's going on. So
Okay, there
My
is one near
mistake.
Mao, so Mao is kind of giving it a bit of cover, but I don't think that matters. You did overcome both the cover and that, so that's gonna be 2 hits. You have Warcaster, right?
no.
Oh, you readied your action to cast the spell.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a
Yeah,
reaction.
that's
Okay, it tumbles away, taking 22 force damage, kicking up sand as it does so. It scrambles back to its feet. It rushes towards Mao again, or a bite attack this time.
That's one I don't like.
And it misses. It doesn't have any more movement or actions, so it is done. Now, Mao, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Actually, no, because that would be... No, I have Sharpshooter, so it wouldn't be disadvantage. Cinder Smite just in his face.
Does Sharpshooter ignore short?
Yeah,
things?
it should. Let me check real quick. I had it.
I thought it just ignored cover.
Nope, don't worry about it. I don't have it. I'm just gonna chuck Cinder Smite to the ground, and I'm just gonna pull out my rapier and stab it.
You chuck Cinder Smite to the ground and pull out that rapier, the Forgotten, which I forgot it had a cool name.
I forgot.
Par for the course for the Forgotten. It goes right into the ghoul, stabbing with its magic honed point and dealing 10 slashing damage. It's not a ton. Oh, it's going to deal 1 bleed damage anyway. Okay, anything else for you, Mao?
Bonus action disengage.
As a bonus action, you kick up some sand into its face. It, recoils as you make your escape. Zumasu, it is your turn. The other ghoul has revealed itself.
I have just enough space to make it there and poke it. Dust
Okay.
Flicker can't do much else except for... It's going to take the dodge action after I get over there.
Alright, Dusk Flicker starts flapping over the sand dunes here towards the ghoul, and Zumasu, you draw out your longsword.
Yeah.
And shimmy, I guess,
Oh,
along
sweet.
the horse, and get double 20s. Remember, we're doing the maxed out instead
So
of
do
the...
I get 2d8s or no? So
You
what does that
so you roll 1d8 plus 3 normally, so that would be 11, and then you roll another d8 because of your natural smite, so that's 19. Do you want to add any smite damage?
yeah, I'll just do this one. Oh, I forgot the Fiend or Undead part, so I get one more d8.
Well, how many
So
d8s would it be? 3 total?
3d.
So
3d8.
it would just be another 24.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Okay, so that's... What did I just say? 19 plus
24 plus
24,
19,
30,
that's 43.
43. Okay, yeah, that kills it. You rush over, dashing down on your Pegasus mount, and your blade rings true as it flicks the sand out of its eyes. You stab it right through the mouth and right back out through its spinal column. There's a flicker of electricity through its eyes and rib cage as it falls to the ground dead.
Thanks, Mom, for the distraction.
Thanks for the
Just like
distraction.
huffing and puffing. My clothes are probably torn on my leg. Just like, yeah, sure.
I think we're good now, guys. Also, Dust Flicker, if we're good now, you said you had some things to tell me.
Yes. Oh, I think that everything is done.
I perception check to make sure everything is done.
You look around, and I'll have you make a perception check. Thrazir kind of just with a wave of his scepter dismisses the sea of gold, and it returns back to sand. It was just a mere transmutation.
I have made it.
As you scan the battlefield, you see nothing but bodies, but ghouls could be anywhere amongst those bodies, or apparently under the sands. So really, who can say? But you don't see any movement.
Maybe just move the hell on.
Yeah.
Dusk Flicker kind of just turns its head towards Zumasu on its back. It says, "Master, there is a fortress on the next mountain. If we were to round this corner, it would have us."
Are they aware of your location? Did they seem like they were paying attention to you?
That was the other thing I wanted to warn you about. I am being pursued.
Oh, great!
Oh, great. Awesome. Great. I just
Well,
throw
I-
my hands up in the air, go grab my bow.
Well,
Fuck.
I convey this to them because I don't think you guys can hear the horse. But I'm just like, so there's a... Dust Flicker says there's a fortress over there, and they kind of know we're coming.
That we're coming or that we are avoiding them?
The Dust Flicker was being pursued. Okay, so
I was
what's
able
the-
to turn around quickly, but they have flying creatures that were pursuing us.
Okay, what's the general direction? Can we meta for a second? What's the general direction they're coming from, so we know which way to go, not hide?
It is generally in the direction you were going. It's like a big giant valley from here to the Razor Scar Caverns. This group probably got caught in that crossfire, you surmise. It's in the south east and east, east by southeast direction as it rounds a corner that would bring you going back northwest or northeast, if that makes sense. You know
So
what I can do? I can just say it's in kind of this direction, and then it freaking curves, yeah, like that.
Yay.
Okay.
It's around. Okay.
So how many flying creatures are we talking? Are they little Ryrans or other winged horses, or what do they got?
I could not see. I just saw people mounting these flying beasts, and then they started taking off, so I went.
Great.
You did a good thing. Two things, because we didn't ready actions last time, and it bit us kind of in the butt. So I'm going to ready 2 actions. When I see mounted combat about to happen, and they're within view, I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on Goose and send him out up in the air, and then I'm going to cast True Strike on myself and ready to take pot shots if they look malicious.
Do we want to try and cover by... Okay, so here's the other thing. Are we going to go through the... I feel like we should go by an edge of the wall or something, maybe? Like, follow this thing? Where's the ping? My ping? Yeah. Like, we go hug the wall at least, or is that a bad idea?
No, I think hugging the wall is a good idea.
Okay. So, I say we maybe traverse that way and see if we can peek around the corner first.
Are we trying to hide?
But we could also try that. Do you have anything that could help us hide?
I do have a major image. If we can get against the wall, I can hide us as boulders or something.
Great idea.
Let's do that.
We must hasten, Master.
Alright, let's go over to that wall.
Okay, everybody heads towards yon wall up in
I
the...
pick up Brazier and put him on the horse.
Oh, I was not expecting this. We get there quicklier. Okay, and as you apparently tab out, there you go. Back in again. You guys head towards the wall, and Thrazier...
Roll20 just quit on me. I got a relaunch.
Yeah, I noticed. Thrazier holds his scepter, and just kind of one of the gems kind of flickers out as he warps the area around him. Let's see. That is a 3rd level spell. Okay. You guys are enshrouded in your short space here. I don't recall the exact dimensions of major image, but I'm gonna assume
like it's pretty big.
It's pretty big. I know. It's not like a minor one. So you all crowd together regardless near the wall, disguising yourselves as a boulder. After a few short moments, Dusk Flicker should be in too, but I don't see where they went. Oh, that's weird. I don't see anything there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Well. Oh, that's weird. I see it on one screen, but not another.
Okay, it's a 20-foot cube, so that should be big enough for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just perplexed at Roll20. So, as you guys are waiting, you can kind of see outside as the normals are kind of flipped for the mirror image, as it were, or the major image. So you can see out of it, but they can't see in. And you can see 4 like bird-winged dark figures flapping over the skies, low over the canyon. You can see them scanning the battlefield, and they circle it a few times before leaving. I'm gonna have you guys make perception checks to get good looks at them.
Can my horsey do it too?
I mean, sure. I don't know how great horse vision is, but I assume it's okay if they can fly. Oh my god.
They can see contrast mostly. They're weird.
Dusk Flicker just reappeared on my screen and then launched themselves across the
My
screen.
horse has better perception than I do, okay? So
In
that's
this
why
case.
it's important.
Ah, okay. So Zumasu, as you're kind of stealing yourself, Boom Crash is also readying any spells if necessary. Everybody else is eyes on the skies. And Mao, your eyes are the keenest here, but I think almost everybody except Zumasu and Boom Crash can see that up in the sky, these things in their movement makes them look more like griffins than what you can tell, although the black feathers are unusual. Mao, your keen eyes see that a lot of the feathers are like falling off of it, and their talons seem to be bleached white with bone in some cases. One of them even has a skeletal lion tail.
Nope.
They seem to be undead griffins
Nope.
with armored figures astride them, wearing horned helmets.
That's bait. We're not going toward that. I don't like that.
There are 4 of them, and after scanning the valley for a while, they eventually give up, and they go on. They don't seem to be interested in a thorough search of the valley for one lone Pegasus.
Okay, guys. So how long does the major image last, by the way? Because we probably should hash it out here for a second.
Rest.
I think it lasts a while. That is a big wall of text. That lasts for up to 10 minutes. Take your
That
time.
is not long at all.
It's some time. It's not 1 minute. Jeez.
As long as they're moving fast, they should be fine.
Yeah, we have to decide what we want to do going forward, though, because that seems to be the only way out of the valley unless we scale these walls.
You have a horse that can fly.
I mean, do we want to do that where we climb up to the top of this thing first?
If we do, we might risk being seen.
we-
I am to fly
said we-
them up.
I say we just blitz, and we just run through as fast as possible.
Okay, I definitely have enough speed. I could probably carry one of you guys without too much issue. Who else has... Mao is probably fine on her own running.
Keep up, sort of.
If you dismiss me, you might be able to do your climbing plan. There is something else that I saw as well. I'm not sure. I share some of your memories, my master, but I do not recall the flag that they are waving. It shows that of a, some sort of spotted cat on a red field, as well as a great horned skull behind it.
I'm trying to think. Did we learn about the Panther's flag? Is that what that is? What was the name of that?
You didn't, but you have heard of a figure known as the Jaguar.
The Jaguar. That's why I'm thinking cat. So that might be the infamous Jaguar, at least something related to them. The ones that the Marn were talking about.
The Marn and then the Knolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess if we were looking up at the Griffins, could we have seen if the riders were humanoid, maybe, or Knolls?
They were vaguely humanoid, but they were armored.
Okay, so yeah.
We can't tell if they're undead or
They just
not.
had like horned helmets.
That's great. Let's
But
avoid it.
this fortress is in our way, so we're just going to try and sneak it through. Can you... what about Goose? Could Goose just scout ahead? It's a little more inconspicuous to see the path. See if there's an easier way to go around the fortress.
The bird is small.
And
Sure.
it's a bird. Let's
You good? Goose boy, you good? You good with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, go and get him.
Alright, it will be beyond 120 feet. Now, Allie, you're more familiar with familiars. Is that... What distance is that?
It's like after 120 feet, it can only follow a command, but you can't see or hear through it.
Okay, so the sight and sound through it is only within 100 feet.
That's, yeah.
Okay, so Goose will go on their scouting mission. Goose flies off. It's going to take a bit of time for Goose to come back, so Thrazir's illusion eventually flickers out.
Do we want to keep walking and try to
I
sort of
say
get to a
follow
safer
the-
place?
Yeah, follow the wall a little bit and we keep walking.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And I'm going to heal you, Allie, for a little bit more.
It's all the same to you. I'm going to try and loot one of these ghouls over here.
Don't touch.
Well, investigating one of them might be fine.
Oh, fuck.
I'll investigate. I also
Fine.
get 17 hit points.
You all did most of the work. I guess you can have first pickings.
That's not... Sure,
I'm looking
whatever.
for paraphernalia and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what this armor tells me about this ghoul.
Okay. You kind of pick up the ghoul, making sure it's dead by like stabbing it again in the head, just for good measure.
Fuck you, ghoul!
You stab it and like flip it over. As its head lolls over, its helmet like falls off, and you can see on its head that it's completely bald, but on the back of its head it has what seems to be burned into the back of its skull the symbol of a ram's skull, which at least one of you has seen before.
Yup.
That was what Edgrenor was burning onto the back of the ghouls he was raising.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen this, so I'm just like, okay, guys, all I found is this weird-ass tattoo. And I'm just gonna take the damn head and walk back over, because I don't want to be in the front. Oh, what was he wearing? Was any armor of his useful?
The armor was adequate. It looks like it was probably stolen from something else.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
Wait, hold on. I've seen ghouls that the Edgrenor was working on, right?
Yeah.
In the scrying orb.
Yeah. Do the ghouls that we're fighting, do they look like the ghouls that he was raising?
I mean, you've seen one ghoul, you've seen them all. Just
It's
bald,
the tattoo that's the thing.
Things. But the tattoo is particular. It means that it is a servant of Orcus.
Okay. So I'll convey that. It's like, Edgrenor. Edgrenor is... He might be in that... He might be out there.
Oh, that's... So, your old magic buddy, but...
My teacher. The one who might be able to help us. I mean, we have our priorities, definitely, but I mean, I would... He's helped me so much.
Do you want to at least see what Goose says? Because we have to pass this fortress either way. How long does scrying take? Because I don't know if we have enough time to scry safely.
No.
Drazir takes out his compass and like checks it again. He puts it away and says, "Well, it's up to you. The compass is a bit wonky right now, so do what you need to do. It's just
waiting for us to act?
If you want to move on, we can."
Scrying takes 10 minutes.
Well, I have a question. Like, how can we move on if it's not being clear on the directions? That's the thing. All I'm doing is trying to follow the arrow, but if the arrow is not working, then we can't move on. So
the compass was always kind of weird, though. It's like you have to sort of wander, and then it will like give you vague hints of where to go. It reminds me of the compass from like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well,
it's the compass cares more about the journey. It sometimes wants hardships and well, the thing is, it's very difficult to use. Even I don't know how to use it sometimes. When it has a clear heading, it's easy, but right now it is in flux, I guess is a good way of putting it.
I walk over to Thrizir and I yell, "Fuck you," at the compass. I just like bend down, just yell at it in his hand.
Careful, little quieter there. We have. I think we can afford 10 minutes to maybe scry and see if we can get any info on the guy.
We can try this. If possible, I would like a short rest so I can recover some spells.
Hour is long.
Yeah, and if we're gonna do a short rest, we need to be out of sight.
Which is
we're reasonably covered here. Like, if the scouting party has missed us, then...
I take out some blankets, start covering up Dustflicker, and tell him to sit against the wall.
Well, when Goose comes back, you can have them do a lookout in case any of those other things come back.
That might be fair, since Crash needs a little rest. I mean, Mao needs a little rest, so let me sit down and start the scrying up.
So we're saying that because the scouting party has already come this way, they're probably not going to come back. So resting here is better than moving on?
At the moment, yeah, because we want to collect info.
Okay.
We're waiting for Goose to come back, doing her short rest and scrying on Edgrenor.
How long does your scrying take?
It takes 10 minutes to do.
Okay, so I guess Goose would probably show up before that. Goose makes their way back as Zumasu is trying to concentrate on the orb, and lands on Boomcrash's shoulder. Well, got some news for you. So, it's a oblong fortress, one entrance. It's a gate. There's looks to be hobgoblins on the ramparts. Looks like those griffins are on the roof of the main keep there. There's a whole bunch of humanoids inside. I couldn't really get close to it because eventually they started shooting at me. Just
Oh.
kind of weird.
Even a bird.
Yeah.
Does that mean it sense magic? Because Goose is magic.
I don't know if they can sense magic or they were playing or what. They did start firing at me once they noticed me.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad you came back, buddy. Thank you for making it.
Stealth is out of the option because they can just detect things.
I think we might have to go a little guns blazing style because they can just see us coming by anyhow. What's this scry? Okay, so the next
What if
scry.
What if we kind of go guns blazing, but we also go guns blazing and not try to kill them and talk to them first? Maybe it would be like the weird witch in the desert.
The guns blazing? Talking?
What you mean, like make a show of force and just ask to go forward or something?
Yeah, that sounds good.
They're in a fucking fortress, honey, and
I will
look
scream
at what
the
they were doing. And I like point at the sea of corpses around us, like.
And they did take out the contingent. I suggest subtlety or at least diplomacy.
I'm gonna
not
see
good
if
at that.
Edgunor's even there, because if maybe would he be trustable to maybe have us an inn or something?
Zumasu, you know how Edgrenor's history sort of lines up with mine?
Did he follow something creepy too?
Yeah. He followed something very creepy before he was able to be brought out of it. I'm not necessarily certain that he's there by his full conscious choice. He might be compelled. So even though he's my friend, we can't necessarily trust him until we're sure that he's free of his patron's grasp.
Well, let's see if we can learn anything. By the way, do you have anything of his? A possession, garment, something, anything?
Yes, I do. I have this pendant that he gave me.
Sweet. Okay, that makes the scrying spell better.
Okay.
convenient.
Yeah, it's the patron warding thing
Yeah.
that he gave me. So I'm not taking it off, but you can hold on to it.
How much does that increase the DC for the save?
This was the other thing I was going to ask you, because kind of we're assuming Boom Trash is kind of helping me. Would that be considered well and also possession and garments? Would that be -9?
If Boom Crash was doing the scrying, yes, but you just have a garment. You don't know Edgrenor well because you didn't talk to him or anything.
Okay, I haven't met him before, so I guess it would just be a -4.
Okay.
We don't have time to tune it to Boom Crash because that takes an hour.
Secondhand knowledge +5, possession or garment -4. So it's essentially he has +1 to his modifier, and that's about it. What is
Well,
your
I
save
thought I
DC?
have met Egrenor at least a few times. Just in
Have you
passing.
met him personally?
I think only at least once.
I think we all met him once when we went to go and drop off Boom Crash or like
You
walk by
might
the
have,
college.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
about it.
because we said goodbye to him,
In that
so
case-
we met him.
In that case, I'll say it's -4, which actually negates his wisdom save. So it's just a straight D20 roll.
Oh, I love those!
Do it public. Okay. Does that beat your spell save DC? Actually, no.
my-
It's of the scrying orb, isn't it?
Yeah. I have to look up the crystal ball. I think that's
Crystal ball.
really close.
Oh, I'm looking up scrying the spell. Ugh. Still well. DC 17. Okay.
Sweet.
So that definitely does it. So you begin concentrating on it, and as you like touch the amulet of his, it kind of like glows in its eyes of its skull shape, like temporarily, before finally the amber mists start to part. You can see Edgrenor himself. You can see him in what looks to be a dark place. You can see that there is some sort of magic circle glowing on the ground near him, and you can see that there are some bodies strewn about onto stone altars and slabs. They are strapped in and alive, and they look terrified. He has a dagger in his hand, and he is approaching one of them. It looks like there are two other figures here with him. There is one horned figure in the background, but you can't really get a good view of it, as well as another slightly larger figure that looks to be draped in some kind of cloak. But you can see that Edgrenor appears to be chanting some sort of ritual. I'm going to have you make a religion check.
Okay, the others can see this too, right?
In the crystal ball, yeah.
Could Boomcrash make an Arcana check at all?
I will allow it. But
Because my religion is
it's
just
gonna
like,
be-
this is demon shit, but that's how...
It's going to be more difficult because this is not an arcane spell.
Okay. Bad.
Okay.
Eh?
In spite of the increased difficulty, you're able to pick out that the prayer he's reciting is, in fact, a exaltation and an offering to Orcus. It sounds like he's summoning something, and just as you start to piece this together, he plunges the dagger into one of the helpless people's hearts and begins carving it up. He looks almost mindless as he's doing so, as he continues to chant, with his eyes like rolled back into his head. And these two other onlookers. The magic circle glows as like a faint, like miasma crawls forth from the dying person's mouth and crawls towards the magic circle. A few flickers of light as it is sucked in. Finally, the vision fades.
So, your friend looks like he's in trouble.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Hard to believe you know that guy.
He's he's actually a very kind man. But
He looks it.
He's had a bit of a complex past. It's okay. This isn't like him normally.
No, and it looks like we're gonna have to. We might come into an interaction with him and possibly need to save our own lives, which might involve his life not being around.
That would probably be his preference.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean,
at least
fair.
that's perhaps I'm just projecting, but
I mean, I will keep that in mind.
I get what you're coming from, Boomcrash. It doesn't seem like he was doing that of his own volition, and not for nothing, I don't think anyone wants to be part of a ritual summoning, whatever those things were.
He's not a zealot, and he turned his life around. He that's not his life anymore. He worked so hard to redeem himself. Like, this is...
So, are we going to try and then infiltrate the thing, or how do we want to proceed now? Because either we have to blitz and try and escape the fortress, or we need to try to infiltrate.
I mean, I want to go in and go save him. But I'm only one person in this flock.
I kind of agree with dealing with this, because if they have somebody raised and dead, this is going to be an issue for not just, us. This'll have consequences to the nearby towns.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take care of it. I've taken majority of it.
So, we good for trying to stop a raised dead army thing happening?
Someone's not happy. In my case, I think I need to I have to check if I have a long rest ready or not, because I think clerics can't turn on it for a while.
Oh, you mean how much stuff you got saved up? Yeah, because we could also try and hide out and camp out and stuff. We have non-detection. I could make a cave in this wall.
That could help. You do have your fancy little pickaxe thing, don't you?
Yeah, so we could make a makeshift thing to hide for at least a little bit while we recover to get ready to do this too. Or
Okay,
we
so
could
I
venture forward.
don't have any more turn undeads available currently.
Do you get them back on a short rest?
Yeah, I think it's a short rest for Channel Divinity.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Channel Divinity.
Which we currently are having a short
Yeah,
rest.
I'm reading it right now. It says short or long rest.
Okay, yeah, twice between rests. Just in
All right. So I'm just gonna plop down on the ground and be like, if we're gonna hold off, then let's hold off. But who got rid of Egrenord? Like, didn't he get kicked out of Allure for whatever reason?
Yeah, he was muscled out of the arcane seat because he was asking too many questions. I gave him a Taurus's name, and I told him to be careful, but he was probably because he was removed from the arcane seat and the magical protections there. It meant that he was much more vulnerable to get snatched up by someone.
Well, yes, and kind of going into that a tiny bit more, if a Taurus has something to do with this, if that was his intent, was to force him out of his protection, to maybe use him as another pawn. We know that a Taurus is working with devils.
Yeah.
We know that he has some sort of connection, so I don't... Orcus is a demon, though, right? Or is he a devil?
Orcus is a demon from your prior research.
Okay, so if he's a demon, a Taurus is working with devils, who the fuck does he's just trying to get control of both of these realms?
I mean, it could just be an independent player too.
It's true. I'm just saying, like, if it's a Taurus, he's a madman for trying to do both of these things. He's eventually going to just get consumed by his own power.
I'd love to see that day because that means he would also fall.
Look,
But,
I'd like to be able to cause that day, but, we have to get there.
I say if the compass needs us to face some hardship, I say this is a good enough test and we should try and figure out how we can infiltrate. Do we want to try and take a long rest by building a cave, or do we want to just go in now after he gets his unturned undead back?
Well, it's been 20 minutes now and nothing showed up. Hopefully there are no more ghouls, but...
Well, we're going to finish the short rest either way. It's whether or not we want to take a long rest.
I don't think we need a long one.
No.
Alright. So what's the plan for going in? Scouts again, or see if we can find a path?
Goose, aka me, will draw you a rough outline of it, if you'd like. You might also want to look into Crystal Ball if that can possibly scry. I know it's not a space familiar to you, but...
I mean, I could do the... Actually, that's kind of DM discretion. How can I do that if I'm not familiar with the area? Would it be more
can you scry on some place that's unfamiliar with? I'm just asking you to read the Crystal Ball entry or the scrying entry.
Sorry, okay. Let me just pull this.
While I... Okay, so...
I'll need to use the scry. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Scrying needs a specific person. It's not about a location. It's not a sensor.
You can choose a location you've seen before. That's the thing. I have to have seen the location before. That's why I could use it to spy on Allure, but I can't do it on the spot I haven't been yet. So I'd have to go over there, and I couldn't really do the overhead stuff because I haven't toured it. Oh, how'd you do the hit dice thing? Do you go to your character sheet? Because I just had to draw it. Okay,
Yeah.
I know that for next time. So we're just, this is still going to be useful enough to at least figure out kind of where we are and stuff.
Yeah.
Flying Horsey is useful enough for this sort of thing anyhow, so I don't want to dissummon it for sneaking if I don't have to. Especially since it's an expensive spell slot to use. That whole thing's a fortress.
Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so the red is the nearby mountains. The green is your approximate path through that valley where you to go just continuing on your path. And the purple is the fortress. The two lines here represent the one gateway into it. The main keep is here. The smaller squares representing towers, and this small area representing a little courtyard. Goose couldn't see in there. There's another stone structure here, but it's not as big, and there's several other small wooden buildings. But the rest is walled in and on top of this mountainous area.
Okay, so we'd have to get up the mountain to get to it anyway.
It looks like it.
I'm assuming the bottom area is probably more of a slope. It like slopes up or something.
It's actually like a straight up canyon.
Oh.
I can draw like more of it. Yeah.
That's fine.
So like you guys are right at the beginning of that green arrow, and back the way you came was Razor Scar Caverns.
This is great. So we might want to backtrack a little bit and climb up over here then. It seems like out of their direct peripheral. I say we climb up the mountain and approach them from this direction.
If we want to do diplomacy, going through the front door is great. If we don't want to do diplomacy, not going through the front door is great.
Yeah, but either way, avoiding this area would be a good idea. So I say we go back this way and go around somehow.
Okay, my question is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if we do a diplomacy, what the hell is our angle?
Joining them?
Getting past them without trying to kill each other?
Hey, we saw your ghouls. Love what you're doing with those.
Right.
Can we get in on that?
Right.
I mean, that's the only option we'd have.
I make an excellent minion. See? I'm already super stylish and I'm adorable.
Listen, tell me to jump. I'll tell you how high.
I don't think we have anything to negotiate with other than that. And to be honest, it's a little hard pull with some of our, and I looked at Thrazir and then point to myself, compatriots.
Whoa. This person's working with ghouls. We are the perfect minion base right now.
I say we blitz it through. I think negotiation is doomed for failure.
I say we climb up this mountainside, though, if we have to get into it, though.
Yeah, that's good. I would rather not tarnish the Merchants Consortium with dealing with ghoul men.
Amon, what's your thought about blitzing through? What if we get caught, though? Then just deal with it as is, that kind of thing?
If you show up to negotiate, you're going to get caught anyway because you're caught in the open.
Right, no, I get it.
But if we're going to blitz, we're going to alert the whole fortress.
We might, yeah.
If we at least attempt stealth at first, how should we go about that?
Let's first get up the back end of the mountain, because we don't want to be entering through this valley anyway, because that's dangerous. If we get on this side, we can at least get a better view of them.
Do you have any invisibility spells? I don't know any.
Let me check.
Because if we can disguise Goose and I can get a closer look, then we'll be able to scout a little bit more effectively if we want to go that route.
Fortunately, I don't have much in the ways of invisibility. I do have illusions. Silent image, major image. I do have dimension door, so I can use that several times. Especially now that I'm feeling rested.
Can you move silent image around?
You can move major image.
You can move major image.
Mao, if I give you spider climb and I tell Goose to stay with you, I can cast some spells through him and you can carry us around in the portable hole. Do you think that would be sufficiently sneaky, or would that leave you too vulnerable, you think? Because not all of us have your ability to move around.
Let me check my pride levels. I think it'll be pretty good. If we get caught out, we get caught out like we get caught out any other time. So it's a pretty good plan.
Yeah, and at least we'll have some element of surprise if we only you are caught out, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people come out of a portable
pocket.
hole. Like,
That's pretty good.
I fucking love this pocket.
I have a question about the height of the walls, because that actually is a good way to quickly get people up the wall too. We just put everybody in the hole and then have somebody with spider climb up the wall, which is why. How tall is the wall?
The walls, I believe, they're pretty high. Not like overwhelmingly so, but they're at least 30-40 feet.
Okay, that's easy to do within the time frame. So I have the shoes that don't fail anymore. We could just shove people in the wall. We climb up the wall, and then we can get our vantage point from over here.
What if? Let's take this one step extra. What if I go put on some of the ghoul armor, and then we go up the wall, and then I just walk along like a ghoul?
Those ghouls were wearing half plates, so you would have disadvantage on stealth checks.
If anything, it might make more sense for me to initially disguise myself.
Yes, you look like a ghoul.
No, I mean, I have disguise self as a spell.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Nah, I like the sneaky part. The ghoul thing is a nice idea, but they're going to be really confused why there's a ghoul up there and not down here.
I'm not so sure about that. There are fortresses on that side. I'm just trying to first get the problem of getting up the wall. So I say we do that then. People jump in because does anyone have spider climb as a free thing, or should I just be in my pocket? We climb up the wall, and then we figure out there from there.
I mean, I can cast spider climb on Mao.
Do you want to hold on to that spell slot though?
I have multiple castings of it potentially.
Okay.
I can get multiple castings of Dimension Door as well, if that will help us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dust Flicker can just kind of float further back around here so he doesn't draw too much attention then. So away from us and over here. Is that fine with you, Dust Flicker?
Of course, Master.
That way you're still within range for me to call you, but you're not as in front, and then we can just have us climb up the wall with spider climb. So let's do that first so we can get out of this little hellhole of a valley.
So once our rest is up, are we going to go and enter here-ish, and then go up and around?
I say go up here, let us out for breath, and then you go around here to take a viewpoint.
So wide angle, wide berth.
Yeah, so we can make sure to see what's going on. We don't want to draw attention or have us be seen.
I understand you.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. So, yeah, we're doing the spider climb pocket thing. If she's going to let us out for breath, then she's going to go sneak, I guess.
Before we go, I should probably hand out some things. Just in case we need them. Okay, I have some items here that might be able to help us. Some things that I procured. I have some items that will increase your maximum hit points. One that can increase your abilities. Perhaps an ability score for a while. 10 minutes, but should be good for a sneaking route or a deception route.
Are these attunement items, Vizier?
One-use items.
Oh, alright, yeah, that sounds
and
cool.
gems and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
I have ample access to such things. So, I have 2 items of aid. Who wants aids? I will give you one of my aids.
What does the aid do?
That is...
Plus
This
10
is
hit points for 8
I'm going
hours.
straight to hell. That's damn it.
The South Park joke. It's been 8 years and 12 months. I mean, yeah. It's like it's funny again.
It's plus 2 to ability score?
Plus 10 to your hit points for 8 hours.
Oh.
He has 2 of these items. He has 1 item of enhancement that gives you plus 2 to any ability score for 10 minutes.
That one, hand it over.
He hands it over to you.
Nice. How long does it last?
10 minutes, so use it wisely.
Alright, so... Cool, once we're up there.
Maybe Amon should take one of the aid ones in case he's in a pinch, because if he goes down, it's harder to keep everybody up.
Sure, you might as well use it now. It lasts for 8 hours.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And yeah, and also Mao might want to take one because she's Because
Squishy.
she's doing the sneaking, and she has the lowest hit points of all of us.
Of
Yeah.
course. He hands
I
over the
feel
other.
attacked.
Well, sometimes. That's why we're giving you this.
All right.
These are mostly what look to be enchanted gemstones and jewelry and rings and whatnot. And once they're used, they just disappear.
I gotta say, I love the gem items. They're economical. They're straightforward. They aren't abusable by too much.
Sparkly.
Do we eat them? Do we just poop it out later? I don't understand.
They're just,
No,
they're
they-
just
they
gem
disappear.
magic.
Gem magic. They will disappear if you do not use
Ah.
them.
Oh,
They're how you say, my weird class items.
okay. So I can't just put this in my pocket and keep it there forever.
No, that is how you say cheating the system.
Mm.
Anyway, you might as well use it now. Amon and Mao, if you use those items now, you get plus 10 to your maximum and current HP for 8 hours. So maybe write down somewhere else so that you don't accidentally permanently increase your HP.
Putting it on top of my HP, like 5 HP isn't gonna mean much, so I'm just putting on top of my current HP.
Okay.
You only got a 5?
He also hands
They
out.
said 10 HP, right?
Yep.
Oh, 10 HP?
Yeah.
Oh,
Max.
he's upcasted. Okay.
I still don't go into the triple digits.
Well,
I get
it's
to
technically
98.
not a true aid spell. It's just a flat number, and it I think it aids a flat number too, actually, but it only affects one person with each of these items as well. He also says that he has 3 greater healing items, which heal much more than a potion, but he can hand those out very quickly if needed. Describes.
Cool. Well, if you
Well,
all
thank you,
get dumped
Thazer.
too soon from the pocket, that means that I'm dying or near death. So that's one thing to watch out for. Yeah. Ready to go?
Yep,
think
let's
so.
climb up the mountain first and see what we see. Dust Flicker, you go back and fly so you're further away.
Of course. Dusk Flicker flies back. Is now what's your exact plan? Is Dusk Flicker getting you guys up the mountain? On that
No,
side?
We're
everyone's
spider-
hopping in the pocket, and then I'm gonna walk them up the mountain.
And
and then
Dusk
she's gonna let us out to breathe, and then she's gonna put us back in the pocket.
and is Dusk Flicker just hanging out for a while?
He's hanging out in the back around, like, if we're going here, Dust Flicker's, like, over here. So I'm thinking in terms of, like,
Is Dusk
maximum
Flicker just
range.
not going on this mission? Is what
No.
I'm asking.
He's within calling distance, but he's not with us in the sneaking portion, so he's gonna hang out about here when Mal goes in.
Is calling distance an hour?
No.
Or sorry, is calling distance a mile?
Oh.
You're
I get
light
the
years
thing.
away from facing Brock.
Let me double check the distance on the mouth telepathy. If I alert shit, that's bad. I think he might not be coming on the mission. Even though I love him.
You're one of those people that like gets a new car and wants to drive everywhere.
Mobility is really freaking sweet.
Zim
Right,
also
there's 6
just likes
inches of
pets.
snow, and then you're in a Mustang, and so everyone's just watching you and judging, because even people who don't have a
Within
Mustang
a mile. Yeah,
know.
so yeah, it's basically just gonna be a mile away, and it'll just like hang out there. I can call on it, but it's gonna probably take a little while to get to us.
Okay, yeah, a mile away is fine. I think he can move like 90 feet per round, dashing
move pretty
180 feet
fast.
per round. So I think it would take a minute to get to you if he was a mile away. Does that sound right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So we'll continue with that assumption. Okay.
Yes,
So
don't want to draw attention with the giant Pegasus.
in the meantime, you guys go up the mountain pretty quickly and easily. Nothing really comes after you during this time. Although Mao, you do see that there are humanoids down below that start filtering through the battlefield. Just a few of them. It looks like they're just searching. So it looks like you guys got out just in time. So they are like down in this pit area, but you have already made it up around here. You can pretty easily get to around here, but at that point, it's probably going to start needing a few stealth checks.
I how much time would have passed. So I need to make sure that they can breathe and they'll start dying.
You're probably gonna need to let them out, like at least there.
Okay, so yeah, so stealth check, find a safe place for them to be able to breathe.
Yeah, you can find a pretty good space behind some boulders and whatnot. You pop them out to breathe. They'll their heads like all pop out of the little hole.
This
And-
is bad awkward.
You know, you think 10 feet is a lot of space, but when there's 4 people in it, and a bird,
We've gotten very close.
I've been closer. You
Boom
Back
Crash
up.
kind of looks at Thrizier and she's like, I was okay. No, I lost this chicken game.
is sorry, that was my scepter.
Oh no.
He holds up his scepter and creates light inside of the dark hole as the hole gets sealed up again. And Mao, you start your approach to the Jaguar's fortress here. Let's perhaps go to yon map.
Ooh, a map.
Yeah, I have one of those. I have a few. Maybe I should hold on. I didn't anticipate, for some reason, that I would need dynamic lighting on the walls here. So hold on a second. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, or if you need any,
They're in a hole. I can't hear them.
We're talking without you.
and amongst yourselves.
Sneaking. Got the crunk music going on. Some own theme music. Just.
If we talk, can anybody hear us in the outside of the hole?
I don't think so.
We're just in the pocket
What?
Yeah.
dimension.
What's that happens in the hole stays in the hole.
I don't like that either.
I hate that even more. That's horrible. This isn't Papa Jules. Like, Boom Crash isn't into everything.
Oh my god, Papa Jules.
Oh my god.
He was
The
great.
trashiest, most horrible character, but he was so much fun.
He was glamorous.
Was that the one with the tentacles?
That was the man with the kilt. That was in the first campaign we did back
Hell yeah.
Okay.
back at our
Papa Jules did not have a kilt. That was the Russian pot smoker.
Really? I thought Papa
Yeah.
Jules had a kilt.
Papa Jules was wearing a dress, but no, it was not a kilt. It was a dress.
You remember some upskirt jokes at some point.
Oh, there was definitely a bunch of
Okay.
outskirt jokes. He was
Perhaps
he
that's
was a
why
wizard, so
I'm
why would he
confusing it.
not wear robes?
It's
Anyway.
still mad funny. That was one of the characters that made it all the way to the end and got to be used in other campaigns. I'm the legendary dress wizard.
I am sneaky.
When everybody was enchanted by fairies, including him, but it's because he let it happen.
Ah, fuck, I remember that.
Oh god, that was so weird.
I
Anyway.
just wanted the LSD trip.
Anyway,
Okay.
so
I
I've
am
improved.
slowly getting things ready. Okay.
It's
So,
okay.
what's the deal with you guys getting your power, Boom Crash, from like? It's not divine
It's
power.
fine.
So how does that work?
I mean, it is still arcane. I don't. All I know is that when I ran out of Elore in order to get away from a Taurus because of all of that, I don't remember a lot of that night. I was super upset. Everything was really sharp, and it was at night, and there were no stars out, and I heard a voice, and it was a woman's voice, and she said that she could help me, and I was so alone, and I needed the help.
Wait, so something reached out to you instead.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing when it comes to divine magics and paladins, clerics, even him, and I kind of point him on. It seems like you need to kind of know what you want initially, but it seems like whatever you guys get your power from, your mentor and you seem just like somebody vulnerable that like got taken advantage of, if you don't mind me saying that.
Yeah, no, it was you guys helped me realize that the relationship that I had with the Dark Lady was not the healthiest. I didn't really realize that. I thought it was such a good and positive and empowering thing. Like I was able to cast magic. I could protect myself and my friends and my family for the first time in my life. And
Not for nothing, your magic abilities were impressive even before you seemed to be studying to be a true blood wizard. And that's kind of what interesting to me, to be honest. Like, I don't know. There's been a lot on my mind, but it doesn't seem like your guys kind of
it was
accessible.
Yeah, it's in the Underdark, like she actually reprimanded me and made me stop talking to Juliana, and I wasn't allowed to study or learn any new spells. Even though she gave me that spell book, like I wasn't allowed to learn anything new because she felt like her power over me was slipping away. And it wasn't the healthiest bond. And I know Edgrenor, like his wasn't the healthiest bond either. Like look at where he ended up. It doesn't seem like it's something to be cautious of, that's for sure. I'm definitely going to be a lot more circumspect and careful about the deals that I enter into in the future.
Can I interest you in a down payment on a house?
Is it a fixed rate?
You don't need to worry about that.
Hey, unless it's fixed rate, I ain't signing nothing.
Okay. I got you guys. There's not a ton of space on the map, so it's assumed that you're approaching this from a wide angle, but I wanted you guys to at least get a look at like the front entryway with a portcullis up ahead. There are hobgoblins like patrolling the ramparts and battlements here. The top of this like craggy scab in the Scablands is like this red stone that's sort of covered in windswept sands. And I also have all of you here, even though I know that it's just Mao, technically. Mao, you managed to sneak up. You can go up this way, which is towards the front entrance, or towards the other side of the fortress, which is currently now in shadows. That entryway looks less guarded, so I'm assuming that you're gonna probably head off towards that way.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how long does spider time last?
An hour, 10 minutes?
Would she still have it active?
Please.
We're blitzing
Up to an
past
hour.
it.
It's up to an hour.
It's up to an hour? Okay, then you definitely still have it.
Okay, because I say we go through the side entrance here, climbing the wall. My 2 cents.
Okay. You guys head towards the side entrance, or rather Mao does. It's a steeper rock face, and there are hobgoblins like watching the surroundings. You're ducking from boulder to boulder, using like a tan sort of cloak that you have on hand back from New Dawn to like blend in with the sand, Frodo style.
I definitely totally took those white robes and dirtied them up. They're gross, yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds Maoish.
No longer needed for city. Time to make dirty.
Yeah, you're able to make it towards the side here. Judging by the map, where would you like to try and climb up the wall? There's like the bottom of the wall here. There's the middle of the wall. Near the north end of the wall.
Well, probably would have to let them out for breathing soon, I assume.
So I'm gonna have you make a stealth check then as you go into hiding.
Because I would like to confirm, because I thought we were blitzing away from all of this and running away.
Oh, I thought we were still saving Gegador.
I thought we were saving
I thought we
Edgrenor.
were saving Edgrenor.
Yeah, no. Mao's is confused. That's the reason why this is happening. So you all come out of the pocket, and I need to do the stealth.
Oh, because
Blitzing means a head-on assault, not a head-on dodge.
Oh, are we there yet?
Yeah. No. Shh, keep your voice down. But we could just leave. Just saying. Options right here. We're on the other side.
I think this seems to be working fine. I think we could... I don't know. I'd rather help the guy out and stop whatever craziness.
Do you think you're up to it? Do you think you can?
That was Mel.
Yes.
Yes.
I accept the challenge. Right, get back in the hole.
Okay. Just find a good opening. See if you can get deep in.
Sure.
The last thing you hear is "ho ho" as the
No.
hole seals up. Where do you want to go up the wall? Okay, so towards the middle, where
Away
that
from where like the edges are, because I know that's where the hobgoblins were sort of watching. We're on like the the corners of the building.
Yeah, so middles are not a bad choice
Right.
necessarily.
So the stark middle is like way up there. It's probably hard to see. Yeah, that's like closest to the middle probably.
That's fine.
A little more north, but it's probably fine.
I don't know things. It looks like the middle-ish. I can't calculate.
Okay, I just wanted to know. This is why I like had to, because I was like, oh, I should probably dynamic lighting the walls because they're walls.
Right.
Okay. So
Begin to Spider-Man climb the wall.
into spider.
Spider climb is mad useful.
Okay.
Yes, it is. There's a reason why I chose it early.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make one more stealthy check as you climb up the walls. There are hobgoblins, but they're on the far corners of this wall, so it kind of evens out the fact that you're flat out climbing a wall in front of them, but also they're not really that close to you.
25.
25 due to reliable talent. Out of courtesy, I will
Before we get blitzed.
oppose. They have +0, so it's yeah. Okay. Yeah, you climb up the wall like the rogue you are. There is some place to hide up here, but not much. Make it to the top of the wall, and now I can delete some of this space up here.
Does the like, is this the wall that has like those like square notches cut out? I forget what they're called.
Battlements?
Crenellations.
Crenellations, yeah.
Yeah,
Ah, I've been watching Shadowversity.
because those are like usually really big. You can sit in those.
Machicolations!
I live with a bunch of medieval reenactors, like literally. It's that shit is dinner time conversation. So, ugh.
I'd love to sit and just listen and take notes.
Okay, you make it to the top of the wall. You can see that there is activity down below, but there's also some activity on the towers up above. You can see that there is someone keeping watch up there. You did have a very high stealth check, so I'm going to need you to react quickly with what you want to do.
I would like to hop over the corner and maybe try and get like in here.
Okay, I'm going to have you make an acrobatics check to leap down there. Carry the rest of you guys.
She can still like climb. Like we don't have to
Yeah.
worry too much about falling, right? Because of the spider climb.
That's fair. But for quickly
Yeah,
jumping down
I
there.
get that much.
I just want to be like pressed in the corner and try to be not as obvious.
You leap down and just kind of put your back against the wall. You can see that there is a large creature, not large, but big for a medium creature, just kind of rummaging through some rubble on the side of the keep. There's a stairwell leading up and into the keep, as well as up to a second story. Meantime, there is larger battlements up to the north. There is a balcony to the north as well. And this guy does not seem to have seen you yet, but you are still sort of in his eyesight range.
Yeah.
There is a slope here that leads down to a craggly pit where you can see at the far end there are some logs piled up sort of neatly on the very north end near the wall.
Down I would go.
Okay. You skid down to this.
If anything, trying to get again out of eyesight of
Okay, make another stealth check as you slide down this slope.
Still a 25, thank God.
Still technically a 25. This time, let's oppose.
My natural 1 is an 18.
This guy has advantage.
Oh no.
Okay, still didn't make it. You can see that it is still patrolling the area. It has a crossbow in its hand. These creatures that you're getting more of a look at, you can see that there were more of them off in the courtyard down to the south. You only caught a vague glimpse. But from the looks of it, these creatures have horns and weird faces that either have like pig noses or like dog noses. Some have like tusks and fangs. It's a kind of a hodgepodge of features on a lot of these creatures. You back up against the wall. What would you like to do? Your friends have had plenty of time to breathe, so you don't need to worry about them for a while.
I'll run over here.
Okay.
Splinter Cell style.
Yep.
That is beneath a balcony. The balcony is, I'm going to say, that one, the main keep is much taller than the surrounding curtain walls. So that's going to be probably about 50 feet up to the very first story.
Okay.
Or to the second story from the first story. So that balcony is 50 feet up.
But that one's lower than, like, say, the top of the building, right?
Yeah, it is lower than the top of the building.
I guess let's climb up there and let's take a peek. Not standing on top of a peek around.
Peek over the ledge?
Yeah.
Okay. You take a peek over the ledge. Make a stealth check and a perception check. Okay. So, I probably shouldn't have had you do a stealth check, because these people aren't technically on guard right now. But you peer onto the balcony, and you can see that there are two doors, not doors, but open arches leading into the keep. You can hear voices coming from within. They are groaning and guttural voices. Sounds like they're speaking some sort of strange tongue. What languages do you speak?
I believe Infernal.
Okay.
Let me just check. Yep, Infernal. Common and Infernal.
You cannot understand what they're saying.
Shit.
But
I
from
might
the
be able
sounds
to.
of it, there's 2, maybe 3 creatures in there.
And that's through the doors, right?
Mhm.
If I were to be on top of this ledge, would it be more an eyesight of like
You could
some of
hide in the 5-foot space immediately in front of you.
Good. All right. So that I will do.
Okay. Weirdly, I'm going to have to take us to another map. I decided to put these stories on different maps because there's different dynamic lighting layers that I'd have to do.
Fair.
So I'm going to try and set this up a bit.
How does it feel to be in my pocket?
You can't hear us. We're in your pocket.
Linty.
Yeah, we.
Oh, Lindy. Wait, so if I pat the pocket, I can't actually pat them because they're inside a different dimension.
Yeah,
I guess so.
nobody can hear you.
No, yeah, you just fold it up.
This is like what carrying a portal gun sort of scenario, right?
Right, yeah. Technically, the pocket's in like a little origami cube right now. Folded up nicely. And you guys are somehow within like a nice big space.
Okay.
Well,
Yep, you peer around, and you can see that there are some of these creatures sitting at a table. It looks like they're tumbling some dice onto the table, betting with some, looks like primitive coin.
Are they all looking away?
It looks like they're not invested in the space where you are, no.
So I want to dash to the next thing. Break between the doors. But I would like to be able to see if there's anything further into that room, like another exit, in case I want to use thaumaturgy to make them look away.
Okay. You dodge from pillar to pillar. I'm not even going to make you check because these guys are not on alert, technically. although some are facing your direction. Maybe I should have them roll. Actually, there is a reason that I need to have them roll. Derp.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Okay, so make a stealth check. I mean, I'm sure you'll get at least a 25.
28.
Yeah, you jump onto the other side of the pillar. They don't seem to have taken notice of you. As you glance inside, you can see that there's like a wooden floor, there's armor on racks, there's like a few candelabras in the corner, armor racks, I said armor racks, weapon racks. There's a lot of like small things in this chamber. It looks like some used to be more illustrious in a forgotten time, but the rest are just more useful items, like weapons and armor. They're sitting on what looks to have been noble chairs with the backs torn off, and they're just sitting at a table playing their dice.
I guess thaumaturgy over here.
Okay.
Like the sound of just like coins falling or something. Since I know that they're paying attention to that, or like coins rolling away in that direction.
Okay.
Motherfucking bowl just rolling on the ground.
You create a strange noise off in the corner over there.
It could also sound like someone peeing in the corner. Who knows?
Well, it's usually more omen-like than prestidigitation.
Yeah, it's like faint noises. Yeah.
It's more like
I still think the sound of pattering the coins is probably fine. Like.
As that noise goes off, some of the creatures kind of like look back over their shoulders. I have you make a deception check in that way. Okay, yeah. They are all looking in that area. One of them kind of like puts down what they're doing and goes up to investigate. But the others are still staying at the table, but they're curiously looking on.
Okay.
There
I
are
wanna
two
go to
doors in the south here, one to the west and one to the south.
I'll go to this one since there's a little bit to hide behind.
Okay. As you head in towards this area, I'm going to have you make a perception check.
How am I doing on time for breathing?
You're doing fine.
Okay.
Like, it will take 10 rounds for 1 minute to pass. They are going to make another perception check against your incoming stealth check as well. It looks like they're probably not going to make it. But they are now all on alert. Yeah, I don't think anybody has noticed you. You've snuck past, but your perception check it was very difficult, and you did not spot that there is a bit of a... I actually forget what the term is. But there is a board as you're heading towards the door that lets out a loud creak as you stumble towards it. The Hordlings...
Oh, a singing board?
What is it?
Like a singing board?
Yeah,
Like those trap
I think it was
boards?
named after a bird or something, like a mourning dove or something. I don't recall the name.
The actual boards that were...
It was
made to-
intentionally made this
yeah.
way, and they instantly look over at you, and then they roar and grab for their weapons.
Nightingale.
Nightingale, that's it. Nightingale floorboard. Okay, they reach for their weapons, and then start snarling as they start approaching.
Can I dump everyone out of the pocket?
Well, we're gonna have to roll for initiative to
Okay.
figure out when that can happen.
Okay.
Let's do...
If she dies before she let us out, we're all dead. This is a teaching.
Fuck, yeah.
No, you can use a strength check to get out of the hole.
Let's do...
I think it's like a DC 12 to be able to get yourself out of the hole.
That would still be an awkward scenario where you're like bodies being carried around, the rummaging through stuff, and we're just like 10 minutes early. We're like, get out, get out.
Dimensional hands popping out of a pocket.
Okay,
Like, oh, I hope everything's okay.
so Mao, it is your turn.
I throw the hole onto the ground.
You toss the hole onto the ground. Where are you tossing it?
Actually, over there.
Okay. I'm gonna draw it with little...
Wait, does that open it, or do you like unfold it and toss it?
I think you're supposed to unfold it, but I'm gonna say that this is fine for our purposes. You can't really throw it beneath somebody's feet, I'll say, but you can definitely throw it like on a flat surface.
Yeah. Like it might be a smaller. It might not be completely unfolded, but I'm gonna try to unfold it a bit and just throw it out. Like how you can get a sheet to kind of get out there, but sometimes it crinkles up on one side.
Okay, there we go. Got it. And it's on the correct layer and everything. So you guys are in the hole. It's a little...
I guess that's an item interaction. So.
I believe does it take an action, I think, to get somebody out of the portable
I
hole?
think to actually get people out, it's an action.
I'm gonna say, in light of the circumstances, it's probably gonna take an action.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's probably my turn. I'll
Okay.
stay right here.
I'm gonna add you all to the initiative immediately. Actually, just roll for initiative. Should work.
I just yell, "Surprise! Get ready to fight!"
Zimos,
I only
you
rolled
rolled
once,
twice.
No,
you,
sorry.
You rolled twice.
The thing
just
didn't show up, sorry.
That's weird. You're not
Oh,
showing up in it for some
That's
reason.
because I didn't have the token on this map selected.
Mhm.
Sorry, 1 second. Go into my character
And we
sheet.
also need boom crashes. Okay, yeah,
Wow.
yours is populated.
Boom crash, you roll initiative.
Yep. I'm sorry. Hold on. That's
See that
this.
we have as usual created an item right here. Delete. Okay, there you are.
It'll
Now
work.
let's descending order. Mouse should still be at the top. Okay.
Damn, I
Zumasu.
rolled well.
Yeah, two of you guys rolled well at least. You guys pop out. You don't really know your surroundings immediately, so it's kind of a surprise to you when you suddenly see combat taking place. And also, you're in a 10-foot deep pit.
Okay, this is like a table, right?
That is a table, yeah.
Okay, so I have to use like 5 feet or whatever to climb out, or how are we counting that? 10 feet of movement, or
Would be 10 feet of movement. You probably need to get help if anything.
no? So could I use my full movement to at least get over here?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that and then I just attack him.
Okay.
He looks like a baddie.
The hordling, as it were, has taken out a flail as their weapon.
Okay. Bam! Swingity swing.
That's gonna hit.
Swingity swing? Oh, that's because of the X.
It's because of the
yeah,
crit,
anyway.
but...
Wow, that radiant really doing some work.
Okay, yeah, you slash your longsword at the creature. It howls in pain, and a second attack does hit as well.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Okay, that's another 10. Looks like these guys are fairly easy to go down. Tougher than your average goblin, but your attacks have bloodied the foe. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I can't move. I'll just call out to the party. Stop them!
Stop
That's it.
him.
Stop them!
Boom crash. It's your turn. You're in a 10-foot pit.
Okay, I'm going to clamber my birdie butt out. And I see baddies, so I'm going to do my pew-pews.
Which baddies? I say kill the one in the back.
Okay, yeah, I'll aim at the back one.
Okay. I'm gonna assume you've climbed out, like, here.
Yeah.
So you climb out near the weapon rack using most of your movement, and you shoot at the guy in the back. All three of them going there?
Yep.
Okay. Then 2 of those have hit.
Okay, so 16 and 22.
Gracie is 16. Is 25 damage. He blasts back into the rear wall next to a doorway. Gets back to his feet pretty hastily, though he is battered and bloodied. Anything else?
No, that's it. Sorry.
Then we'll move on to this guy. This guy is going to... Well, he's just going to attack Zumasu. He's going to maybe move down here, but then he's going to unload. Okay, cool. Neat. So, the 25 hits, that's going to deal max damage, which for him is... his spiked flail deals a d4 plus 3 plus a d4 piercing. So that's 11 damage from the crit. And then he uses a menacing blow, which is going to deal, once he's dealt enough damage, an extra d12. Which does get maxed out by the crit herp derp. So that's 11 plus 12, 23 damage. It also threatens to frighten you, but as a paladin, I believe you're immune to that.
So I just get really annoyed at him.
Yeah, he kind of roars as he slams his spiked flail into the side of your head, dealing a ton of damage.
I slowly turn my head and face him and just like, okay, you fucked up.
He does have a second attack, but it is batted away by your shield. Amon, it is your turn. You are in a 10-foot pit.
I'm gonna climb out of the pit, obviously.
Fair enough.
And let's see, I have enough movement to do so, so I think I'm just gonna punch, punch, punch.
Alright, a miss.
Okay. Why did I punch, punch, punch? Okay, second one. Oh, is he not showing up? Okay. Weird.
Another miss.
Alright. You know what? Let's burn the key point. Go for a third one.
And another miss.
Inspiration. I haven't spent that die.
Do it!
It's worth it. Oh! Okay, so max damage.
Nice.
Which I think is it a d6 for your unarmed strike right now?
It's D4. So
Okay, so D4
plus-
plus the D6 necrotic, so that's 10 plus what's your strength 2, so 12 damage.
Yeah.
He's on his last leg. Several blows later, he's just kind of like snickering at you as your blows don't do anything. But then you kind of kick him right in the groin with your knee, and he starts to go down. You see him like cough up a bit of blood, but he is still just barely able to fight. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah.
Right. I'm in a hole, and I cannot help other people out. Well, I will try to get out on my own. Let us do an good old athletics check at -1. My feet here. You guys couldn't have put like a step ladder in here or something?
Stop your complaining, kill something.
You!
He struggles out onto the side. He eventually makes it out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's gonna put a bonfire right here in front of this guy. Guy's gonna need to dex save. He fails, so it's gonna take 48 damage. 14. The bonfire lights in front of this hordling, and the wood is starting to catch a bit, and he goes, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. He stops concentrating on it just in case, and he ends his turn. It's this hordling's turn. It is going to rush at Zumasu again, and we'll just unload. 2 flail attacks.
Okay, the second one hits.
Second one does hit for 7 total damage. It's going to use its intimidating strike again for 2 extra damage. So total 9 from this guy. Goes over and smacks you. The piercing of the flail stabs into your armor a bit, but it quickly rips out. the last hordling gets up from his tiny rest. He's gonna run over here, and he's just gonna kick over the table casually, and then attack Zumasu. And Ito. Okay, so this guy, well, all hordlings have a feature called Overwhelm. If there's at least 3 creatures attacking the same target, they get +5 to their attacks instead of flanking.
Great.
So he's gonna make 2 flail attacks. Does it? Okay, so those both
those
hit.
all hit.
That's gonna be 11 plus 15, 16, and then he's gonna use his menacing thing again. 16 plus 2, 18 damage.
I'm getting annoyed here.
Yeah, they all rush in and swarm over you specifically, Zumasu. Now, top of the round.
Ah! Nope.
Yeah! Oh, it was you that drew the blue square earlier.
Yep.
It's always someone
So he's
drawing on my Roll20 board.
I was trying to make a circle. I made a square. I'm sorry.
All
Let me
these,
show you how sorry I am by attacking.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Right, Mao, you zoom past the hordling and stab into this one that is distracted by trying to overwhelm Zumasu here. You do have your flanking bonus, and that definitely hits. Roll for damage. Sneak attack as well. So that's going to be 26 damage. It goes down. You swipe it right in the back, and that deep cut severs its spine at some point, and it goes down. Anything else for you?
I'm going to move to block the other entrance, taking that attack of opportunity. Actually, I can just bonus action disengage.
You can.
Over
You're
here.
a rogue.
Yeah.
It swipes at you, but you manage to get away. Zumasu, it is your turn.
So that one's dead. I'm gonna attack the one that's blocking my path to the exit.
Okay.
First,
Well, there's
at
3
least.
exits, so
Is that it?
that does. That guy
Okay,
is
well,
right.
he's getting hit. Let me roll for damage.
Okay, 11 plus 5. It goes down.
Okay, and then I'll attack the other one.
Right. After
Does that hit?
making quick work of this one does not hit. If you were flanking, it would have.
Damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna move over. Does that give him flanking? Come
Yep.
on.
It does.
Okay. Yep. So we're just surrounding him.
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna give Zumasu and Boom Crash perception checks. Actually, Thrazir can get one too.
Perception checks are never a good sign.
Right. Oh no.
I'm okay.
I see shit.
Oh no.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
If these
Oh,
damn
what
things get up
about-
Boom
again.
Crash,
my
it's your
boy?
turn.
What about Goosey?
Goose can as well.
Yay!
Do it, Goose.
It's
Yay!
Oh,
Not single dits.
okay. Interesting. I need to oppose this now. Okay, cool. Boom Crash, as you're moving into your turn here, readying your Eldritch Blast for this last hordling here, Goose turns to the side and notices a door open to the south, and a small little goblin starts creeping out and crawls into the portable hole and disappears.
What the fuck?
What? The fuck? Alright, well, I don't know
I
that.
accidentally progressed it. Boom Crash, it's your turn.
okay.
Goose has just seen a goblin go into your portable hole.
I
Just
mean,
like wing tap you and just like, hey boss.
this shit's about to get real crowded real soon. But I'm going to unload on this hordling.
Okay. That's 2 hits, and it had 1 hit point left, so yeah, it's gone. It blasts over his companion, knocking over a few tables and chairs. Sorry, a few chairs. Just the one table. Numbers. Chris. Numbers. It's only 11:13. It dies.
Okay, so, and Boom Crash says in the group chat, like, so telepathically, says, like, hey guys, Goose spotted a goblin crawling into the portable hole. So we have some pest control to take care of before we continue this mission. And do we want to maybe, like, hide some of these?
The bodies?
On, like, the bodies, or, like, at least, like, prop them up so
Put
it
them in a
looks
corner
like
or tilt them or something.
thing.
I vote that.
Okay, because that'll be hilarious.
You're gonna prop them up as if they're still playing dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably gonna take some, I guess this is sleight of hand? Trying to arrange them carefully. So I'll have everybody make a group sleight of hand check.
Are we gonna deal with the goblin first?
Yeah, that's the other question.
I kind of turned to
It's
Ramon
not
and
going anywhere, and there's nothing in the portable hole, so...
I thought there were items in the portable
I
hole.
believe you guys had some items in there.
That's
Oh,
kind of
fuck.
Mao's jurisdiction.
Mao is in the bathroom, but we can let her know when she comes back.
Okay, because I vote I would probably first jump in the hole and try and kill the goblin.
There's a goblin in the portable hole, and as everybody's like starts trying to set up the hordlings, Zamasa, you jump in the hole, and you can see the goblin inside. It looks like it was rooting through the various items that you have down here, and it is just as surprised as you are to see you here.
I'm gonna attack and grapple it. So shield bash grapple. So this is D4. Or what do I do this? I'll do it as a dagger for just the bonuses. Okay, does that hit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so it's just we'll just do this, but it's like improvised. Okay, so there's 5 damage. Is it dead or not?
It's almost dead.
Okay, good. That's intimidating. Now I get to roll an athletics check. Is it grappled?
Oh, let me check. It's very hard for it to get out of that. Oh, it almost did if it had advantage. Okay.
I basically jump in, bash it with my shield, and grab it with my other arm.
Yeah,
around its neck.
it reels from the shield bash, and you just quickly get into a headlock there, and it starts struggling and swearing at you in Goblin.
Can I try and... Okay, it's 10 feet to get up the hole. Can I try and climb up with it, or was that a little too difficult? Oh, but I have the shoes.
You do.
Can I climb out with the goblin?
Go ahead.
Alright, I climb up with the goblin and hold it up for you guys. This little thief right here.
Good job.
Ember, keep it down. There might be others.
Can I try and muffle it or pin it?
Yeah. Make a new grapple check. It'll try and oppose. You can
God damn it.
You can succeed at this, then it will be successfully gagged. Otherwise, it is not.
Okay, it's not gagged. All I have is still in the grapple.
Help!
Okay, I'm just gonna... Anybody want to can I attack it, or at this point?
Yeah, you
Go
can.
for it.
If
I
you
don't
want.
give a shit.
Are you doing it lethally?
You can-
Yeah, lethally. I don't
Okay.
care.
You stab into its heart with the longsword. Guess more. You stab wherever's convenient. It dies. Your bonus is too high for me to care about rolls.
Well, we're not going to talk about this. I'm just going to kick the...
Oh, no. I'll remember this.
I will remember this.
Is there anything I can stuff the goblin into?
Don't you dare put it in the hole.
No, I don't want to put a dead goblin in the hole. I'm talking about there's weapon racks and shit. Is there any, like, chests or behind the chest or something?
We should actually just put everything in the hole.
That's too many ugly bodies that are going to just be smelly.
So-
I like,
Gonna be anymore.
So
I like leaving them as if they're doing cards.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
I was just going to describe the room further. As you guys are discussing what to do with the hordling corpses and the goblin corpse, the room has a bunch of weapon racks that the hordlings kept their weapons on. Looks like there are some extra crossbows there. They have sets of armor. They have these are candelabras. It looks like there are some small tables very tall-legged tables. One has a pot on it, another has a helmet, and a pot's been like tossed off onto the ground. There's also like a dresser type thing with a small lockbox on top of the dresser.
Grab the lockbox.
I want to open the dresser. I want to stuff the goblin inside the dresser.
Well, you can stuff the goblin in there, certainly.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can stuff the goblin in there easy enough.
I make note and just tell everyone, like, make sure you keep back behind, like, the walls and stuff. Thrazir, get away from the window.
Of course. Boom Crash and Goose, I'm gonna have you actually and Amon make perception checks. Mal, you find the lockbox. It is, as described, locked. It's small and kind of like a jewelry box, but it's more crude looking. If you'd like to unlock it, that would be a thieves' tools.
I grab it and I'll go shove it into the hole.
Shove it into the hole. You toss the lockbox into the hole.
Yes. +1 lockbox.
Okay. Zimasu, you open the dresser and it looks like there's a few like looks like moldy looking drapes inside. You pull some out and just shove the goblin in.
I'm gonna just stuff the drapes kind of behind the dresser.
Sure. And
That's
as far
fine.
as those perception checks go, Boom Crash and Goose and, well, all of you, you guys hear footsteps on the other side of the door that is closest to you. To the west, I should specify.
I'm going to. Whoa! I clipped to the wall. I'm just gonna.
We're gonna do a wall clip here, and
Boom Crash is going to hop her birdie little butt back into the hole. Guys, I think we need to move along. Come on, let's go.
I guess we're going back in the hole.
Yes, come on.
I
There's
made
someone
conscious
coming.
decision to not put dead bodies in there with you. Get in the hole.
All right.
I guess
What are you doing? Come on, what's up?
we're talking about.
He jumped in the hole.
Okay.
okay. So you guys jump in the hole. I won't bother like moving you or anything. Mao, are you doing anything?
Was I told about the noise?
Yes,
Boom Crash said we gotta go.
Okay.
We're gonna fold up the hole and hide.
I'm gonna fold up the hole, bring you along with me. I'm gonna go back to the door I guess I was going through.
That is where Boom Crash heard footsteps coming from.
This noise?
And as you go up to the door, I guess Boom Crash didn't specify.
Nope.
The door does, in fact, open. I need to get onto the dynamic lighting layer.
Oops.
Oops. It opens, and there's a hobgoblin on the other side. It is very surprised to see you. It suddenly draws its weapon, and we can do a mini initiative here. Just roll for Yorn.
If you go first. Oh wait, but you need to hide to be able to assassinate, right?
It hasn't taken a turn yet.
It hasn't taken a turn yet, that's all.
But that'll give you advantage. So what is your initiative, Mal?
Grabbing it, because I don't have the thing.
It's hopefully more than 2.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Put this in descending order. Mal, what would you like to do?
Assassinate it.
Okay, you have advantage. You guys are kind of both surprised, so you don't really get the surprise thing going. But that is going to... advantage. Yeah, that's gonna hit. A 30 will hit. Okay. 8 damage plus 1 on the next turn. Okay. It takes a hefty blow to the chest area.
But it's not considered surprised, right?
Does surprise go away when you take a turn? Or at the end of the surprised turn?
I don't remember how surprise works for 5th edition. I just know it's different than 3rd.
I'm gonna have you... Since you rolled so high in initiative, I'm gonna rule that... and since you were wary of incoming danger, I'm gonna say that you were able to get surprise on this guy. And the sneak attack does end up multiplying. So I'm going to say that this guy does go down.
So you can't take. If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action the first turn of the combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends. So it's a full round.
Okay, so
Okay.
if we're both technically
Yeah,
surprised.
I said you were both surprised, but you went first.
Yeah.
So your surprise went away like before his did. So yeah,
That's fair.
I'm just gonna
Magic
rule it.
stacks.
I'm gonna roll like that for now. The goblin goes down, and even if the first blow didn't go in, you kind of like ram him into the side of the wall, and he goes down.
Drag him into the room.
That's still pretty metal anyway, which is why it's cool.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Stop combat. You drag him into the room and then look into the other room.
And I close this door behind me and turn back around to look what's in here to try and see people.
There is nobody else in this room. There is another door opposite you and one to the south. You can see light cracking in through the south wall. There's also some other things in this room.
Yeah, can we talk about the other things?
Do you... I mean, it's not that important if you don't want to talk about it.
I mean, can we talk about the other things?
We can't see
We can
anything,
talk
right?
about the other thing.
I think I might take people out of the hole. Actually, no, I'm gonna check the doors first.
Okay.
Let me check the doors first. Alright.
Perception checks, listening and stuff.
Sure. Make 2 perceptions. Perception for that door and perception this door. Okay, very good perceptions all around. The southern door, it sounds like you can hear the outside ambience, and there's like dust kind of coming in through the door. That probably leads directly to the outside, and you can hear distant noises of like snarling and fighting. On the western door, you can you can hear the sounds of what sounds to be, I'm gonna say clattering dishes. Not too many of them, and quiet talking in a strange language you don't understand. So
We're
it
near,
sounds
like a rec room, so okay. Yeah, everyone's coming out of the hole.
okay. I'll move the hole.
I'm gonna pull out Boom Crash first, and then I'm gonna help Zumosu out. And I'll
What's
help
going
everybody else
on?
out. Oh, I'm just like helping you guys out. It's just really like just look around.
What the frig is that?
Lay down.
What the? Can I do a religion check here?
Also, there's weird noises that I can't understand on this door.
Yeah, you can do a religion check. A lot of 11s for your religion checks today.
I only have like 2 ranks. I have 6 of that. How do I roll so low?
So you're on a balcony overlooking a semi-ruined stone tile floor. You can see that there's like a statue below you of like a cloaked figure, like bowed in prayer in front of this strange thing. It appears to be a it looks like a demon that's been sewn together with human parts.
Oh, okay, alright.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
it is
That needs a bit of spinding.
it is topped with a gigantic ram skull, and made to look like it has wings and a open gullet of a belly and goat legs. You can also see by skirting around in the balcony that there are 2 other such statues like this about here and one here underneath Mao. They are under the balconies.
This is some like heresy. God damn it. God fucking damn it.
And Mao, you can also see that there is a set of double doors in the south on the first floor to exit this room.
In this corner, so I'm not within the doorways because I'm not technically.
There's also a hole in front of the door right now, so...
I mean, yeah. So you should probably try and listen in on this door. There's like talking that I can't understand, but it's not.
Let me try and listen. What is the perception check, or what should I do?
Yeah, perception.
I do speak Abyssal if that's what they happen to be speaking.
Okay. They are not speaking Abyssal here. Your perception check, I'll have you make an insight check now. Just to kind of detect what language it is. Okay.
Well, those are my 19s.
You've heard it before, and you can also kind of intuit the sound of the voices. These appear to be speaking Goblin on the other side of the door. It's hard to make out what they're saying, but that's what the dialect sounds like.
I'm gonna just try and like whisper to pass along to Mao to give to Bloom. They're speaking Goblin. I don't get what they're saying. Telephone. Should we pick up the hole for now?
I was thinking that. It's up to you guys.
Mao, do you want me to recast Spider Climb, or do you think Comprehend Languages would be more useful to you?
I mean, I will be fine without Spider Climb. I'm more considering we might need to move
As
together.
a unit.
Okay.
Unless you still want to keep going with the pocket.
I
And
think we might be better off together for now. If we find forces, we'd be better off just taking them out.
Okay, that makes sense to me. I just wanted to be cautious because, holy crap, we're infiltrating a demon fortress.
I point at the thing at the other end. I'm like, yeah, that.
That's some heresy right there.
Yeah, there's a door to the west and to the south, and that's mostly it for this room. Is that it? Is that it?
There's also double doors underneath us. So this could be some weird like ritual rooms. Like maybe
a ritual. Do you think Egrenor might be involved? Do you think he might be nearby?
My face goes flat, and I just kind of go,
You guys didn't see anything like this in your vision.
Okay.
I don't know what Orcus looks like, but if that's Orcus and he has something to do with Orcus, then there you go.
That's bad news.
Actually, I might be able to help with this. I have a spell for locate creatures.
For what?
I have a spell for locate creatures.
Oh, locate creature.
I could actually probably try and find it and go now that we're in the base.
He would be within 1,000 feet. We can at least find a direction, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
Supposedly.
I'd have to burn my damn spell slot of high level, but it might be useful in this case so we know which direction to go to.
Keep in mind that you'd have to keep it up and concentrate on it, even through any purported battles that you might need to do.
Also
general direction alone would be a good help.
Yeah, so
that's fair.
let's first see what are we doing comprehend languages first, or should I just cast locate creature?
I'll do comprehend languages right now. We can cast it simultaneously, so.
Okay, so I'll start thinking about Egrenor and casting my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes an action for locate creature, and it's concentration for up to an hour.
So we got some time.
Trasier, if you want, you could stay in the hole for now.
I mean, if you think that's pertinent, but
Get in the hole.
very well.
I'll help him down. I'll be nice.
No.
Definitely pack up that hole for now, though.
You're old. We'll don't worry. We'll give you breathing breaks.
Well, if I'm going to be in the hole for most of this journey, please at least take these. And he pulls out some healing gems. There's 3 of them, and they're very powerful.
Sure. I mean, don't worry. You'll pop out eventually.
Who wants them?
You. I'll grab them and disperse them.
Okay.
Can I have
There's 3.
one?
Okay. I have a bunch from his other, like, when we bought a bunch of them, so.
I'll grab a healing one. Zumosu said he wanted a healing one, so there's 3?
Yeah, 3 miracle healing gems.
Alright, so I have 1.
These ones are different than the general healing potion type ones. These are like special ones that he has as part of his magic.
Yeah, but I literally have 9 greater healing gems, so you guys take those.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So.
I guess 1.
I just want one because I got hit pretty hard last time.
Give them also 2.
Okay, that's fair. So you got 2.
Okay. The map might shift for a second.
Okay.
Good. I forgot what layer I was on, and I tried to drag, and I dragged the entire map. So I was like holding on to it, and I was like, put it back where it was.
You can just do undo technically.
I can, but I didn't want to drag it and then let go, and then have you guys see the whole map, and then put it back.
Fair.
Let's put that hole on the GM layer, then put Thrasier on the GM layer, because those were
Bye,
on 2
Thrasier.
different layers, and that's what screwed me up. Okay, he hands you out those items, and he goes away for now. That's fine. I was dead weight anyway. Oh, okay, goodbye.
You're just loud. Shut up. Alright. How's comprehend and locate going?
Oh, yes, of course. There were other things on the stack.
Yes, Razir is not important.
Well, no. So, Zumosu, you speak a prayer to Hyronius, begging that you find Egranor so that you might save him, mete out justice to those who have wronged against him. It takes a few moments, but eventually you feel like a cold chill, almost, and your eyes kind of like dim. He's somewhere below you, somewhere far below.
I kind of relay this to the guys. Okay, I'm getting the sense that this fortress goes deep, guys. I'm sensing something pretty deep, so we have to go down. But at least it's directly under us.
Depths of hell, almost?
And
I
he's
hope not.
and he is within 1,000 feet, or this would not have worked.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, so he is within the 1,000 feet, but it's definitely down and inward.
Alright.
And as far as comprehend languages, Boom Crash, you spin your arcane magics, and did you cast it on Zumasu specifically? Just yourself.
Yeah, I'll cast it on Zumasu.
Okay, he'll be our buff monkey.
I'm listening to the door.
Yes,
Sure.
you're closer, so.
Make
Yeah.
a new perception check. Okay.
Not as good.
You can't quite make out what they're saying, really. There's too many of them, and they're overlapping now. You can hear a bit of a ruckus as they burst out laughing for a moment, but then go back to normal talking. It sounds like an echoey hall.
Okay, I just relayed this. It seems like it's a hallway there. A bunch of them are in there. Maybe it's a mess hall, I guess, if the other place was a rec room.
Maybe. I mean, you said we gotta go down, though, right? I get
Yeah,
ready
do
to
you want
hop.
to just avoid it?
Yeah.
So
Let's
we're in a
hop down.
balcony. How tall is this drop?
It is quite a lofty chamber. It's about 40 feet, maybe 50 feet down to the bottom.
Okay, so definitely a rope use.
Well,
There were
there
were other
grappling hook.
doorways as well. I didn't know if you wanted to check
This
those
one,
out.
you said let out.
Let out, yeah. There were doorways in the other room as well.
Oh, that's true. There's a stairwell in the back if we want to head down.
I say maybe keep inside for now. I'd be fine with just roping and then taking
I just
off
figured
the-
I would offer that as something,
I mean,
but I'm not saying
yeah.
you have to do anything.
I
I'm
vote
done.
grappling hook.
Hell yeah! Gung ho!
Okay, you set your grappling hook on the balustrade, and you start rappelling down. Zumasu, I guess, can just walk over the balustrade and then underneath it and then down, like a weird fucking
fucking spider.
Nosferatu.
I'll help whoever's coming down to catch them if they can't make a good climb check, I guess.
Yeah, everybody make athletics checks other than those with spider climb. Okay.
I think mine would have worn off then because of comprehend language, right?
Yeah, I can only maintain one concentration at a time, so.
Okay.
Just double checking if I had a roll.
Just get one from Amon, which should be good. He's a monk. So I think
Famous last words.
Shush.
Yep.
Shush to them.
I have to add
Sorry.
those in there to confuse the game.
Sorry, I thought it went through. I didn't know I was
Oh.
holding it up.
Must not have. Ah, there it
Ah.
is.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Okay, so the first few of you guys make it down easily enough, but
Zumosh said he was helping
oh, Zamosa said he was helping.
in case anyone was gonna fall.
Oh, sure, because he has the spider climb. Didn't hear that. So yeah, Amon makes it down fine. I'm gonna have to go on to another layer or another map. So hold on a
Crash,
second.
can you just say we use Mage Hand to get my grappling hook free? Because I still like my grappling hook and my rope.
Yeah, sure. I'll mage tell him that, no problem.
That way we also don't have any evidence. I put that in the
Yeah.
bag.
It's a cantrip. That's not a waste at all.
There's more dead bodies in the other room.
Yeah, but they're in the other room, and we also set them up like they're playing cards. It'll be fine.
Oh my god.
I just facepalm, pinch my nostrils. I'm like, he's doing better. He's doing better. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Besides, we're heading in a different direction. They'll probably check out a different spot. Hopefully.
Okay. You guys are on the
That's pretty
lower
cool.
level now.
So those stars are the other statues that are kind of like this creepy
Yeah.
ass statue?
They were underneath the balcony, so you couldn't see them on the other map.
Just like peek at like the face of this one before we head off. Just kind of like lean back and look.
I'm gonna do another religion check because god damn it, I was mad.
Okay. The internal fury subsided. You steel yourself and approach the strange amalgamation. Mao, you lean into to inspect this other statue over here. It looks to be like a robed figure that's just kind of hunched over. You can't really see much beneath its hood. As you go to investigate it, the hood turns towards you slightly, and you can see a deep darkness inside of its gaping mouth and kind of like a scream mask sort of appearance. And I'm going to need you to
No.
make a saving throw.
No.
No.
Zimos is
no.
about 10 feet.
This is a Constitution saving throw. You are within 10 feet of Zumasu, and I'm going to say, because you are surprised, you cannot... Oh, wait. Okay,
Of
got it.
reactions.
Cool. So, your Constitution save is successful. You're going to take 3d10 psychic damage. It turns towards you, and you suddenly are gripped with this terrifying gaze. You kind of clutch at your heart as you can feel your heartbeat slow. Zumasu, as you look back to see what the problem with Mao is, concentration broken on your religion check. One of the other statues, this one over here, I just pinged on the wrong layer. This one over here turns towards you. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution save as well. One as well for Boom Crash, because we are about to enter combat with...
This is great. Did I get a
Bodax.
religion check at least?
Uh,
Oh, fuck. Inspiration, fuck this.
you can go ahead and use that inspiration. I'm not going to tell you if that succeeded or failed.
It's and it's a Constitution save.
It is a Constitution save.
Also, I have resistance to psychic damage.
Is
Fair.
this magic? Not that it matters?
I'm going to say this is definitely magic.
Oh, okay. My first roll was better. That's terrible.
And if it does deal psychic damage to me, that creature takes the same amount of damage that I do.
Okay. So it looks like we got... Okay, so Zumasu, because of your advantage on magic, that saved you from the effect of their death gaze.
Oh, that's great.
So each of you, instead of dying, are going to take 3d10 psychic damage, which Boom Crash will resolve that once I roll for it.
It's just instead of dying, you take a little bit of damage.
So Boom Crash, the one on the left was looking at you, kid, and that's going to be 13 damage back to it. Is that what you said? How it works?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I have resistance to it. So does that mean I take half, or?
Oh, so that would mean you take half, and then it would get half that back. I see. That's an okay balancing thing. So it's going to get...
7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Put it back to full and then -7. That's a bit easier. Okay. In the meantime, Zumasu, you take 20 if you didn't already take it.
Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna have to use some crystals.
And Mao, you took the 16, right? I notice that your health is still
Yeah,
at
right now.
94. Okay. And I think we're just gonna end it here.
I think it's gonna be a long one.
Can I at least religion check? I want to know the heretics.
This is definitely an overwhelming aura of Orcus in this Chili's tonight.
This is like an Orcus replication out of flesh.
This is a giant effigy of Orcus built out of sewn together mostly human like parts. These statues themselves, you've heard of them. They're called Bodaks, and they are servants of Orcus. But that's about as much as you know. But yeah, we're gonna end a teeny bit early tonight, so that we don't get into a gigantic combat this late. In the meantime, thank you everybody that came out and dealt with our maintenance issues in the early session of the stream. You can catch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can catch our sister stream if you want some more action from 7 to 10 on Wednesdays Eastern Time. That's going through the Undermountain with a different group of people. Also, forgot to mention at the beginning, you can find my books on DriveThruRPG, and as well as a few of them on the DM's Guild. Noble Crumpet's Book of Secrets is coming mid-March. That's a book that'll help you roll up random puzzles, secret doors, and traps, and I use some of them for the things happening in this dungeon. So it's fun. It's fun.
Perfect time for
It's
a
fun
book
times.
of secrets in the Ides of March.
In the Ides of March, yes. So happy Valentine's Day. Don't look at too many statues, and have a good one.
Yeah. Be well. Be safe.
Don't
Take
get
care.
stitched into an Orcus effigy. Good night, everyone.
Whoops.